Greetings once again as we join our heroes racing to the aid of Krezk in Curse of Strahd. After a brief confrontation with Strahd and some of his minions, the group learned that the town is currently engaging the revenants that pursue our heroes still. After rebuffing Strahd's initial attack, they now do exactly what I've already said before, and that is where we will begin, barring any opening statements that anybody feels necessary to make.
No, just did you want me to roll d6s on the way down to the town for the ring? Or
no, because travel time from where you are to town is going to be long enough that
okay,
it should be fun. Or rather, it should be.
Wait, are we skipping to the town? Because I had a plan to get there faster.
Probably fine. Well, no. I'm not skipping to the town.
Okay.
I was going to ask how people were getting there as like a thing, but I was briefly thinking about some stuff. So, depending on what happens, I may have you not recover some from the ring. Depends on how it goes.
Okay. So, Strahd just left. Town's still under attack. I will say to the others, if they are after us, we must lead them away. I will ride ahead with Crack on my phantom steed because it is faster, and then I will lead them to the place. We will lead them through the forest, giving you time to get down, and we will ambush them at the place where we first made camp after leaving their castle. Yes? Do you remember where that is?
I believe so.
Out of character, that's like a couple days away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna force more.
Wasn't sure if that was intentional.
Okay, I guess I should ask, is there another landmark near the town between here and then? Because I assume it was just woods and road.
For the most part.
Yeah. Crack and I will be able to lead them on a chase through the woods.
Well, you probably made camp like a few times between there, if that's just what you're looking for.
Then change that to where we made camp before arriving in Krezk. We will lay an ambush for them there. We will lead them around on a chase through the woods. You will come up from behind. We will be the anvil. Siguror, you are the hammer. And then I will cast my phantom steed. And then once Crack gets back with the horses, I will say, Crack, you're with me. Yes?
Sure.
And we are going to just hoof it all the way down there, since the Phantom Steed has a base movement of 100 feet, which, if I'm double moving every turn, is 200 feet. That is much faster than their horses, and should easily be able to outdistance the enemy.
Horses have like 60, right?
Yeah, horses have 60, so they move. So my steed moves almost twice as fast. And the Phantom Steed, since it's a created, can I see the player's handbook? It doesn't have to make constitution checks for long marches because it's a ghost. As long as I'm willing to keep recasting it, but it's a ritual, so. And we can find a path through the woods with Croc's inability to get lost. So, following us through the woods, they shouldn't be able to catch us. And if they will, well, we can slow them down. I'll say to Crack as we're getting close to the town, now we have to distract them and get them to follow us. Are you ready?
My apologies.
Out of character, one of the reasons I picked Crack is that you can just fucking start key blasting them. That should get their attention. And I'll throw a fireball if I see a group of them. And, yeah.
What was it that you wanted everybody else to do?
So, the town is under attack. We're going to ride up first. I'm going to, throw a fireball at some of them. Crack is going to do some key blasts. At least that's Sasha's plan. We're basically going to get their attention because they're after us. So, we lead them out of town through the gate into the woods. We lead them deep through the woods, chasing us. This will give them enough time to get back to the town basically lock everything down.
Pick up any stragglers that may be left.
Maybe, if there's stragglers left, pick them up. Basically guarantee the town's safety, and then they're going to start moving towards where we camped the night before we arrived in Kresik. Once a sufficient amount of time has passed, because Sasha should be able to figure out in his head, at least I think, how long, between Sasha and Krak's knowledge, between Sasha's intelligence and Krak's knowledge of the wilderness, we should be able to figure out exactly when to lead them back to that camp, where they will be waiting in ambush. And basically we're going to hem them between us. Me and Krak will be on one side, they'll be in the middle, and then the rest of our allies will be behind, and we'll just hem them in and we'll take them out.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they not actually be able to come in for like maybe an hour or two because...
Yeah, we'll lead them in the woods for a couple hours until the position is ready.
Oh, you're trying to coordinate with them?
Yes.
Oh.
And using their extreme knowledge and extreme knowledge of the forest, be able to time it since they can't see us and we can't communicate with each other to have us meet up. Okay, they should be getting there about now.
That's the hope. That's Sasha's hope. It might not work, but between Krak's inability to get lost in wilderness knowledge and Sasha's intelligence, if they get into position, he thinks he should be able to calculate a time where they can basically meet in the middle, and
Pincer the enemy.
Pincer the enemy. At wherever we camped last, and then if we can hit them from both sides, we can take them out. Because Sasha doesn't want the fighting to happen in Kresik, because that'll just form more casualties.
Especially since some of the enemies we have, if they just reduce somebody to zero, they're just dead forever.
That's possible.
Those were the wraiths.
Yeah.
That was a special effect of them.
There might be more in town.
Yeah, that's true. We don't know if it's just revenants in town. Strahd could have been like, hey, here's some other shit there.
Fucking gargoyles that flew in from the castle that
or
you missed.
fucking some of his vampire spawn. He rolled up with like 10 of them that one time.
Yeah.
When I told him where the fake book was, didn't he roll up with like a bunch of vampire spawn? They might be helping the town too. I mean, we don't know. So anyway, yeah, we want to lure away the forces and set a pincer attack, and that's Sasha's plan anyway. And then we'll still have a fight with them, which
now,
obviously
I'm
will be
pausing
hard.
and thinking because I'm trying to think about what this should take logically.
Facio, voco, there. And I'll summon my horse, and then me and Krak will hop on and fucking book. And then whatever rolls you need us to make, we'll make them.
That's the thing I'm not sure, but I hate to let you get away with this for free.
I just thought about if when we get back to Blackey, we actually trade in a bunch of the gems and shit that we found that we haven't been able to actually split up into gold. Actually,
Maybe, if they buy them.
yeah. I'll let the shop keep some good spirits. Leaving a chunk of gold with them, maybe last time.
They probably don't have enough money, if I had to guess.
We'll find out. Crack, it's Sasha, race upon a phantom steed down the path. The rest of the group following at not phantom steed speed. Is the phantom steed also faster than a normal horse just in general?
Yes, a normal horse moves at 60 feet, so 120 if double moving. The phantom steed moves at 100 feet base speed, so 200 if it's double moving, or if it's moving and dashing. I should say it's not called double moving anymore, but you know what I mean. So yeah, it moves 80 more feet in a turn if all it does is if both a horse and a thing spend their whole action moving, they move almost twice as fast. So, yeah, they're very quick.
Just want to make sure you don't lose sight of them, make them give up chase.
But I mean, it is a 3rd level spell, so it's not like...
Well, actually, when you You made a roll to know stuff about revenants before, right?
Yeah.
Revenants,
I made a pretty high roll, too.
shadows.
Okay, I was going to ask if you recalled how high it was.
It was over
because
20.
it wasn't super pertinent to that moment, but Sasha knows that it's actually impossible for them to give up chase with losing sight. A revenant, you know that a revenant actually has a special thing where it knows the object of its vengeance. There we go. It knows the object of its vengeance's direction.
Okay. Well, that's even easier. Then I can just go.
So there's there's especially low risk that you will just lose them.
All right, cool. So then this works even better.
Maybe that's how Strahd has just been finding where we are. He can't scrounge.
Oh, maybe he might have gone to them and fuck, that's probably what he did. That's how he found us. What a fucking dick.
The lights in the town become brighter as you grow closer. You race past the first large thing that you come to in the town, the once pool, now steaming crater, much like the dream that you had before.
Yeah.
Though you give it no pause as you ride. Riding down the streets, you eventually see what you were looking for, the source of the town's consternation. There is a loose line of revenants currently engaged with a number of town guard and what appears to be a couple of people that are not town guard, two of whom are the burgomaster and his wife.
How loose of a line?
Not loose enough where you'll be able to go straight through.
Could I go? Well, I was mostly asking if there's a position where I can go around and lightning bolt multiple of them, or are enough of them clustered? I'm asking what would be more effective at getting their attention without damaging any potential allies, lightning bolt or fireball. I only asked because I was going to do fireball, but you said a line, so I thought maybe I'd be able to. Lightning bolt would be more effective.
If you get people,
Or if there's not a position for either of those to hit enemies, then I'm willing to use something else.
if you give people a verbal warning,
Maybe.
horse could potentially jump over people.
Don't know why I feel this way.
I don't want to risk that because if they attack of opportunity and hit the horse,
I mean, because if the townspeople are in front of you and you have to get over or past the townspeople.
I'm going to put it out for illustrative purposes.
okay, cool.
As I had intended. It had that thing. But you're like, no, why would we engage them where other people could get hurt? And I'm like, yeah, I guess you could. I guess you could think about other people. I mean, if you wanted to.
I remember the old lady in Valaki that got cut down by vamps, and can you go somewhere first? A few more?
It was one or two. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was more than one.
It was.
Or it was more than none.
I feel like it was more than one.
At least-
However,
at least like 2 or 3.
one would have imagined it would have gone much worse. Should one have been less confident in your abilities?
Also, the orange taffy with the green stripes in them in there is cherry mango, just because they only had so many taffy at the time of the time they were grabbing.
That's fine.
This moment only. So, you easily recognize their leader, Hrongar, who is at the kind of head of their loose line, who is currently being engaged by a town guard,
See, these are the revenants from the castle.
the mayor.
Yeah.
Oh god, I thought these were just like revenants he found. I mean,
No.
yeah, okay, yeah, that makes less sense.
And like another one.
He even. I'm pretty sure Strahd even implied that he went to them and was like, hey, they're trying to kill me, you should stop them. More or less.
Hey, at least he doesn't have a sword. We have it.
That's true.
He found one, because he's using one. There is another revenant who is a little back, and of them, he is the only one that wears a solemn expression, though he is still clearly, like, in the fight.
Does that look like a quiet one?
Is he the one who's like, I wish I could help you, but I can't?
Thinking about it, yeah, you're pretty sure.
Bummer.
There is another revenant here. Engaged by a town guard that is currently holding his side. He's doing his best.
Okay.
I mean, at least these, I feel like revenants, them being a bit intelligent, is probably a bit easier to lead away to the innocent
The
people.
burgomaster's wife is currently facing down two revenants. There are some, like, dead town guard, like, near her, like they were doing it, and she's, like, the last up of them.
Oh, God.
How messed up are these people?
The burgomaster is looking pretty okay, as is his wife. These two town guard are, like, fairly good. They look tired. They don't look apparently wounded as you come up. This guy, it's only mainly apparent because, like, he's using his spear, but he's using it, like, one-handed. He's trying to balance it. He's doing his best. Hang on.
Oh, this is not good.
There's one here. Yes.
I think I'm gonna go. Oh, fuck. Really?
Okay. I didn't need this extra. There's one more. I'm trying to remember where he's at. Right. He's over here. So actually this guy has a little bit of help. And then there is a not so loose collection of, like, housing on the sides. And these are just for the general road.
And a question, are these just the first one we see, and are there more revenants in, like, other parts of the town? Or...
Well, these are the first ones that you've come to. There's not a second part of that sentence. These are the first ones that you come to.
Okay.
It's a little difficult to tell, but at least in the patch of town that you've, like, been through so far, which is, like, a little bit of road after that lake, you didn't see anything else.
Okay. So... A loose collection of houses, huh? Would it be possible, I'm thinking, we ride up onto the road here, or okay, so basically as we get here, Sasha is going to fire a fireball here, so that it blasts these three without, like, he wanted to help the burgomaster's wife, but there's no way he can hit the three of them without killing this guy. And lightning bolt wouldn't work in that situation either. So he's thinking about fireballing these three so that he hits Hornguard and these two, and
Sadly, the quiet one, but
I can't do anything about that. He's
Yeah.
under the guy's control. Honestly, it's probably merciful at this point to just
probably doesn't want to be fighting innocent townspeople.
right. So blast these guys with a fireball, and then is it possible to step up onto here? Because I want to move around them without provoking an attack of opportunity. The horse is a large creature.
No. This is, like, maybe a tiny spot of yard.
So I can't just trample over the yard?
Well, no. There's not a space between it, like the start of the house. Now, for what it's worth, how long does fly last? I probably
Not
asked
long
last
enough.
time, but okay.
Okay. No, that's fine. I can.
It would be on you, not the horse, too.
Are there any takeoff restrictions on that glider?
Yeah, you have to be from a high place going down. I think, if I read it correctly.
I think you also have to be... I forget if the restriction on there was you have to be small or medium to small.
Oh.
Well, I meant like.
You know what?
takeoff.
Actually, that's totally fine. The horse is technically a creature, which means I can target it with the fly spell. So as I get there, I'm going to pull an ET. I'm going to cast my last 3rd level slot, which is a bummer because I wanted to keep that, but whatever. And I'll cast fly upon the horse, and let's just fly over them, and you blast Hornguard with, or whatever Crack's going to do.
So then you gain one of the lower levels?
No, it's not a divination spell.
Oh.
And I will,
Right.
I will begin casting
But
fly as we approach them.
You're divining that your horse is going to fly.
Yeah, clearly. No.
Not for nothing, but
Yeah?
depending on how merciless you think the Revenants are, it is possible that they might follow you without you attacking them.
If we are their target.
Yeah, but I mean, it's free damage. Well, I mean, technically Crack's the one attacking, so it's up to him, but...
Why would I not attack?
Okay. Precious Alia Thero. And I cast fly upon my horse, giving my horse a 60-foot fly speed, so it's going to just ramp up and it's just going to fly over him. And that's my action.
Oh yeah, because 100, so probably just moving up. Fly.
Yeah, alright. And what about you?
Key blast.
Alright.
Chase me on my flying
Who
horse.
are you blasting?
The leader, if I can. Whoever's within 30 feet. So there's that restriction.
That's probably doable.
I think when you're flying
Go
over
ahead.
them, all of them are technically within range.
Also, no initiative? No, nothing.
Not right now.
Just attacks. I'm gonna roll for advantage since the thing is.
I mean, if you're attacking, you probably need to roll to still hit.
No, but he's asking if he uses his advantage before the enemy. Well, the thing is, I think we joined in already going combat, right?
Okay, I did.
Oh, is that what you were asking?
Yeah.
I thought you were asking Mario something.
No.
No, he was asking you if he gets his ranger
Yeah.
advantage for an enemy not having gone yet.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Alright. Just want to make sure. Right.
Like 2 active spells.
26.
Okay.
Playing a
26.
card game
That is a hit.
with big old cards.
I think we should try getting something that's like an actual like book that's big enough to house those pages and like have it be like a spell book.
That would be cool.
So,
Probably put them in like plastic sheets and like through a ring binder. Probably the easiest way if we don't want to damage the pages.
Awesome.
so 13 if I had the +2 from undead. That's like a.
Yeah.
Alright. So 13 damage on that one. Then my second key blast. That one hits. I got 19 base, so definitely hits. And the same amount of damage, 13.
Alright.
Yeah.
You get a third one too. The bonus action.
I got a 26 on that one. 11 damage.
Cool.
The two of you take flight. Crack, blasting Horngart 3 times as you fly over. Continue flying or touchdown? For sake of description.
Let's touch down for now. But the fly will last for 10 minutes so we can retake off if there's more enemies in our way. Because we are faster on the ground because of how flying speed works.
But you can still do the thing of 40 movement and 60 movement of flight. You have 100 movement, right?
Yeah, I could if I needed to.
You land
It's the great leap
to
of ghosters.
you land to a small chorus of visceral hisses as the enemy turn and spot you. Horngard points in your direction and shouts, "After them!" And they all turn around and are going to pursue you, but you're still going.
Cool.
And thus, their chase will begin. Meanwhile, there's Group 2. I'm gonna move these. Stuff will happen. But in the meantime, there's Group 2. Writing down. Does the plan of you guys meeting up with him later mean that your speed's going to change at all?
We're going to be pressing the horses as much as we can, so 120. It's just, we still have to go out the front gate because to our knowledge that's the only way out of the town, right? There's not a quicker path from the Abbey to outside the gate that we noticed.
Not without jumping.
So yeah, I think we're good. I think we're just going down the horse path.
Riding down the horse path as fast as you can. However, it is not long after your companions leave you behind that a mysterious fog envelops your path.
Oh, shit.
In a whirlwind, it parts, and Strahd reemerges.
Oh. Clever dick. Make it seem like you're running away, but...
As the group braces itself, a number of hands thrust themselves from beneath the ground as bodies begin to push themselves out of the mud, dirt and filth sliding off of what once were fine, noble clothing. Strahd snarls. It has been far too long since you have been reminded that I am the land. The seeds of my dignity are sown into the very soil itself, and they shall bear the fruits of my nobility.
I'm just gonna fucking try and make the horse jump the hands that are trying to grab at him.
Well, it's not just hands. It's hands at first, and then by the time he's done, 12 zombies, but finely dressed zombies, have unearthed themselves.
Do they seem like the more put together type that we've come across before, or just regular zombies?
Are these the ones that
They look like normal zombies, but they are nicely dressed.
Okay.
Or at least they were. Once.
I mean, that's still bad, but...
You've encountered zombies that look like this.
Yeah, the zombies are the thing I'm worried about.
Though they weren't that much of a big deal when you did.
Well, didn't Grayla just turn them before? That's a different situation.
As I said, they weren't that much of a deal when you did.
Yeah, when we got a clerk.
Oh shit, we also don't
Okay,
have
so
the item.
I didn't think...
Fuck, we don't have the item.
I'm sorry, I didn't think this would happen.
Or do you have the item?
No, I have the item.
He has the item.
Okay.
And he is not there.
No, I am far ahead trying to enact a plan that has gone horribly wrong.
It's funny how you can see this since you're
Hey, fuck you. I didn't see any of you coming up with a plan to try to save the townspeople, huh? Huh?
Just to see
That's what I
anybody else
thought.
predicting that, hey, Strahd was only faking running away.
I thought it was weird that he ran away. I didn't think that this is what would happen. Jeez.
He's never tried to split us up before, so.
Yeah, like.
I'm not sure what formation you were riding.
for Esmeralda.
No.
I suppose it would have been like. I know we can't really do like the fucking triangle formation, like the actual formation.
I want you behind here.
Okay. And this is Esmeralda, right?
Yep. For now.
Okay.
For this week.
If she didn't want to be up by then. Or like that close to a triangle we can make.
I suppose.
And formation's a formation.
Just being discerning, but I'm like, screw it. They're all zombies, except for you know who.
Fuck. This is such a nightmare.
Man, if only I'd gone the barbarian that has the height beam.
The thing that wasn't out when we started?
Yeah.
If only.
Fuck.
He said like 12 of them popped up.
I thought
You're not going to be able to count your
I
spells.
thought I said 8.
No.
I said 12.
Did I say
I mean,
12?
it's up to you, but yeah, you did say
Yeah.
12.
No, I mean.
If you want to reduce it to 8, though, by all
Hey,
means.
I'm not gonna tell you not to.
Oh,
Bitch. You're only saying that because you're not there.
You know I don't need to be antagonized to make things worse.
I was telling Ed not to be a bitch.
Oh.
I'm
That's
not
not
worried
good.
about myself. There's everybody else I'm worried
You're
about.
talking to me.
Yeah,
It's
the
like,
NPCs
that's
who health
okay.
can't increase.
Sorry, sir.
I'm, you know,
Not
out of
even
everybody
conversations.
in this group, I'm pretty sure myself is the only one with over 100 hit points. Ismark may have like the closest next.
He has 87.
I mean, out of this group.
Oh. Yeah, probably. No, watches Esmeralda has 100 hit points. It's like, damn, girl.
Fucking yeah. Hey.
I bet if they were using, because NPCs don't use max health, I wouldn't be surprised if she did have max health, if she had 100 hit points. Because she's supposed to be like a total badass.
You know.
Boy, is she. If you ask me.
Who knows? Maybe she has a few fireballs thrown up there since she has fucking invisibility.
Well, she has lightning bolt.
Oh yeah, she
Remember
does
that?
have that. For some reason, I was just thinking, oh, she has a wand. No, she did have one.
Well, to be fair, we didn't see she got one.
Oh.
It's true.
And I assume Strahd seems like full health from when he dipped, because I know we had.
He had started regenerating.
You know for certain that he is full. Because up to he regenerates, but he also has something else going on, which you've seen before.
Oh.
Where his body will not. It'll do it more, like you, Siguror, don't know, so maybe vampires just, maybe high enough vampires just do this. But like, out of characteristically, it like, seems to repair him in addition to that. So like, the first so much
So he has
is-
like a barrier.
Kind of.
He has destructible.
Like, the damage still happens.
the ghost of my scholar is coming back.
It's almost like a reserve tank of regeneration in
That's
addition to
annoying.
being a vampire normally. He and the undead prepared to attack. However, I need initiative from you.
Cliff, right? Like long drawn cliff.
More like steep ridge. This would be steep ridge like up back towards where you came because you spiraled, and this would be ridge down.
Okay, but very, very steep and like.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just like trying to picture it.
It is
Like,
possibly traversable, but with
horses.
checks.
Yeah, no, I don't trust taking the horses on something that steep.
I realized that you were the only player in the group, so I was about to motion. Like, initiatives. No.
I can roll their initiative if you want. Maybe.
I'll do it.
Okay, so 18.
This is really shitty.
I might be able to. God, most I can do the number right is like 3. No.
Well, you know, maybe I don't know if she has my spells. I was gonna say maybe Armina will ride forward and thunderclap some of them off the ridge. But I was like, she doesn't. She has my first levels, which means I think offensively the most she has is like she might have thunderfall.
But we're not falling because that's an incline.
But if you jump off, I don't know what she has.
Yeah, I don't know
what
that she has Featherfall. All I know.
Oh, actually, she can't pick Featherfall anyway. Her spell has to be an evocation or a abjuration, because that's how illusions work.
Okay. Yeah. I just know she knows how to do some fireball. That's it. She is a fighty caster, is all I know. Kind of.
Yeah. Look. Okay. Oh, she might know magic weapon actually. Now that I think, because that's a spell I have. Oh, wait, no, that's transportation. Never mind. I'm done.
Yeah.
I was like, that would be a useful spell.
I mean, barring Esmeralda, I know all of us have magic weapons, so... Zombies, we interfere. Just fear them!
Oh, with the mace? That
Yeah.
would be awesome.
But they're zombies. I'm pretty sure they're immune to fear.
The Mace of Terror would be extremely awesome here.
Well, yeah, she has it.
Esmeralda's got magic weapons.
Neat. I mean, I want to say I'm surprised, but... Yeah. Not really.
I was gonna be surprised if she didn't have
The
magic
invisibly, the invisibly struck blows on one of the enemies from prior combat that just kind of went down seem to be about as effective as
Our
you
magic
guys
weapons.
are.
As effective as we could see.
But I mean, they didn't seem resistant, which means she probably has magic weapons. Which means my Richten probably has magic weapons.
Probably.
As
He has fucking 8th level spells.
as well they should.
Fourth. Wasn't the,
Death Ward? That's
Yeah.
a 4th level spell.
Okay. No, if he had like 8th level spells, he'd probably be more prepared than he would ever be.
I was gonna say, if you have 8 level cleric spells, good one. I don't see why he doesn't just Sunbeam Strahd. Strahd, fuck you, bing!
Ah, damn, you don't summon.
Maybe he does. Maybe that's why Strahd's so angry, because he does. Just, every day. Just from out of nowhere.
So learn up where Sunbeam.
I will do one round of this combat, and then we'll check back in with you guys.
Okay.
Who goes first?
I rolled an 18
The answer
for my
is-
initiative.
The answer may surprise you. I didn't even ask for your initiative. I should have.
Oh.
You rolled all the NPCs. Siguror goes, never mind. I'm gonna kill all of you, and yeah, it'll just be Crack and Sasha who live.
No, you can be a partner.
If need be,
I'm pretty sure.
I think out of all of us, if we have to run, I'm probably the one that can survive a runaway. She's fast as fuck. Damn.
You're not going to
Esmeralda goes first. And what's more, I want to say her invisibility hasn't worn off yet because you guys just took off. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes, we were just in combat.
She's on the horse, so like you get like something dismounts from the horse. Isn't it?
If it's greater invisibility, that will last a minute.
So it's 10 minutes?
No. Greater invisibility is 1 minute. Invisibility in the normal version is an hour. I know, right? It's weird, but
It's a huge jump.
Sounds about right. Then you get to see your comrade advance Actually, no. Let's double check. I have a feeling I know what she's going to do, but I'm gonna make sure.
She casts Meteor Swarm. This does a lot of damage in this edition.
Is there a ball of force spell that knocks things away? That I'm remembering, or is that 3.5 thing?
The orb spells were 3.5 things, and one of them was an orb of force.
Yeah. I was just thinking that, just rolling orb of force.
Or honestly, you might be thinking of Powerball from Shadowrun, because that also does that.
Nah, I remember Powerball.
Basically a force grenade.
She actually doesn't dismount just yet and casts a spell. You've used it, so you know what this is, in that she conjures a number of illusionary doubles of herself.
Mirror. Okay.
Oh, cool. Mirror images. I do not have a scroll for that yet. It's in one of the second level packs. And it looks cool.
I would imagine
The
that
design
like
looks
fucking just copies or something just dancing around you.
It is now Sigurd's turn.
Okay. You don't take disadvantage or anything fighting from a horse if you don't have mounted combat, right?
No.
Okay.
All mounted combat does is just give you extra advantages. You don't lose anything for fighting on a horse.
Okay. Then riding a horse makes more sense. Spear and rage attack this one. You don't gain advantage from attacking from a horse.
Not unless you have mounted combat. I was wrong about that.
Okay.
I thought it was all the time.
Because higher elevation. That's what I
With
thought it was.
mounted combat, if you attack something from a horse and your horse is bigger than the thing you're attacking, you have advantage. Is how it works.
If you have mounted combat.
If you have mounted combat.
Okay.
So it's still good, but it's a little more specific than I thought it was.
Well, I mean, if I remember correctly,
And you can
zombies
use a
are
lance one hand. It's normally a two-hand weapon unless you're mounted.
That's the 10-foot one. The one with reach.
It's a lance, yeah, it's huge.
If I remember correctly, zombies are not particularly hard to hit anyway. 28 to hit.
That is a hit.
Wait, you have a bunch of zombies. I should use fucking hits.
Yeah, you should.
Well, for next time.
Yeah, I've already struck with the the spear.
You're just talking about
We'll just do the second attack, please.
14 damage for the first attack. And for the second, it is 23 to hit and 13 damage.
Hey, it's a spear, so like, is that piercing damage?
Yes.
Right.
It is magical, so I don't know if it ignores. Because it's the blood spear.
Right. How much damage for the second attack? Did you say?
13, so 14 and 13 damage.
And had you wanted to make that second attack with the mace, or were these both?
If I am able to, right? Because I would have to drop the spear to do that, right?
I believe so.
I would much prefer not to drop the spear. But after the second attack, yeah, that'll work. I'll put it away, since that's the interactive turn, right? That I can do.
The interact was drawing it.
Um,
Unless you were riding with your spear out, which you might have been. I mean, there's no reason you couldn't have been.
Well, there you have it.
So you could put it away.
I would be expecting a fight now. It doesn't seem weird. If that is fine with you.
Yeah.
That would just mean I can't attack of opportunity this turn.
Yeah.
But bonus action, I will attempt to do hammering horns on this one since he's 5 feet away and try and knock him off the side.
Off the side is this way. This is up. Oh, well, it's not this way.
Oh, right, because I started there. Yeah.
Well, if you don't care about the provoking attack, you still care. I'm just noting that would provoke an attack from the Watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Do as you will. Well, there are turns.
Yeah.
That will be happening.
No, that's turn.
Okay.
Very well. You thrust into the horrid creature twice. A patch of its clothing comes off as you pull your spear back a second time. A piece of cloth with the somewhat familiar symbol on it hangs from it, and you're able to clap that aside. It's but a distraction.
Yeah. Now is not the time for lore. Now is the time for fucking purging the goddamn undead.
Now is the time of Strahd.
Oh, it's his turn, isn't it? Shit.
Yeah. And I'm not here to counter his spells, so.
Hey, he's down at least 2, though.
This is with the
People don't have infinite spells.
It's true.
If the Force Strahd has infinite spells.
Yeah, I don't have infinite spells either. I am super low.
You just put the thing, just kill allies to gain more spell slots.
He conjures forth what is at first a small bead of flame, but then it warps and twists and grows.
I think our horses are dead. I think our horses are dead.
Oh, almost certainly.
You are fools to oppose me. Fools all! And he hurls what is a more impressive looking fireball
What is
than
that?
average.
He's probably upcasted it.
And that it's larger.
Are you saying his fireballs are better than mine?
I'm saying he like upcast it. If you've ever upcast it, then technically you've seen it impressive.
I have, technically. If he's casting it at 5th level, the ones I fire from my staff are always 5th level, so he can fuck off.
He
My
might be
fireballs are
casting it-
equally as impressive.
He might be upcasting it even more.
With but a flick of the wrist, he replicates what Sasha is only capable to do with a magic staff.
Still gotta make me look like an ass, don't you? Man, fuck you.
It goes roaring through the undead minions to strike the group. I would want an exit. Dex saves from them.
I will note just immediately.
Esmeralda doesn't have counterspell.
I'm
just saying, maybe. I don't know what her spells are.
Maybe. That's a good question.
Also, is anyone taking 3 of them?
No.
I guess he doesn't care about
Yeah, I think he wants to. Well, no. Remember when we were leaving, he was planning on killing her anyway.
Well, yeah, but he was gonna kill her and turn her into a vampire.
Maybe
If he fireballs her to death.
Maybe he's under the assumption that his vampiric effect is still on her, and if she dies, she'll just burn.
I don't think so. I think you have to bite them. Maybe he just assumes she'll live.
He also might have control over the fucking souls of the undead. He's like, yeah, I can kill you, bring you back whenever I want. Because I'm a dick.
Wouldn't that have worked the first time then?
He wanted to seem like a nice guy.
I don't think so. I think he's just assuming that she'll live.
Advantage to dex saves.
Oh, because of your age.
Yeah, but I mean, first of all, I don't get a bonus.
And 18 failed when I fought him the first time, so.
Nice,
Also note, even before hearing or thinking of damage, Spirit Guardian Irina to reduce the touch by 2d6.
Very well. I should probably start this off.
She'll take 7 less damage.
That's good. Hey, maybe she has Absorb Elements. That's a spell I know, and it is Abjuration.
Huh.
That might be one of her first levels. I don't know what her spell list looks like, but Absorb Elements is on my spell.
What did you get?
18. Maybe his saves were only so high when he's in a good mood.
No.
That is
100% not how that works.
He has the advantage / disadvantage composed caster.
No, he doesn't. Shut up, man. What the fuck are you talking about? Jesus.
Come on, have you never heard of composed caster? It means other spells do more damage as long as you're composed.
Shut up, man.
Also, question, how much health did you have during that? No, wait, you only had like 30 or 40, right? When you fired
Yeah, my
off.
health was low. If he's casting it at a 5th level, it's 10d6.
Well, I'm hoping they have more health than that. Scoring.
The orb of flame crashes into the group. Siguror does his best to put protective wards of his ancestors around Irina, and Irina herself utilizes magics learned from her master to further lessen the blow.
Okay.
Cool.
She might take less damage. She's probably gonna take less damage tonight. Excellent.
And
And rage doesn't reduce the damage of
her
spells.
next attack will do an extra d6 fire damage. Her next melee attack. That's how Absorb Elements works.
Though he does his best, Siguror is not quite quick enough on his feet to avoid the worst of it. Neither is Ismark. Esmeralda seems to do fairly well, and I've already covered Irina. You, Siguror, will be taking 35 damage before any kind of reductions would hit.
I don't think I had
Nope. Unless you got fire resistance that you didn't tell anyone about.
Gem of fire resistance. Yeah, we found that. Don't you remember that?
Not the point.
Also, I assume he ambushed us far enough down where the ring didn't trigger, but it's every 10 minutes.
Yes.
I see you still have your damage from earlier.
It was rather quick.
So you're like down to half, aren't you?
I'm at 62. I'm still a little over. Still a little over. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, about half. But that's like high 60s.
Then becomes someone else's turn. An ally's turn.
Not to be that guy, but did you roll saves for horses? I think half of 35 is 18, which I still think is more powerful than a horse now, so I think they're all dead anyway.
These are riding horses, not war horses,
Did
right?
you want me to double check the horse's health? Because it might not matter.
Sure, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
They are riding horses. Ismark's Isix wasn't a war horse, it was still a riding horse, just a bigger one.
They don't have basics anymore, so it doesn't matter.
When did we get rid of it?
I thought I remembered you guys leaving it behind or something.
No, let's
No,
go back to
that's-
this
I mean, I like claiming that horse because it's the big one.
Okay, so all the riding horses are dead instead of 13 health, so they say if Izik's horse is a war horse, it has 19, so if it makes it save, it'll be alive by 1 hit point. If it's a war horse, if it's just a big riding horse, then it's dead. But it's up to you. I don't know.
I'm thinking about how likely it is that it would have been a war horse, because I don't think it's specified. And I think not that likely.
Okay. So yeah, all the horses are toast.
So we're all knocked prone. Right?
Or keeping our
Or do we make it
horses away.
safe to not be
One
knocked
versus-
prone since our horses were killed?
I don't know how that works. I think
Like
you just
us
get
to land.
I think you just get knocked prone.
I'm prepared to give a save.
I can double check.
I'm going to
Killed all our horses.
start on Ismark's turn, and if it turns out people are prone, then he'll have spent his movement to get up and
What happens?
not be able. Oh, then he'll still be able to attack.
Ha! See, their folly was spawning right in front of us. It was their folly.
However, could they recover from this?
They can still just jump.
Ismark moves to attack.
Okay. You can use anyone can use their reaction to not be prone when they're knocked off a horse and the horse dies and the horse is knocked
Oh, I already used my reaction.
prone. So you're prone, but everyone else could have not been prone if they were willing to spend their reaction to do so. Obscure rule, didn't think it'd come up.
We can't attack you still.
Hey, we've never, barring one, we didn't steal those horses. We bought them.
I know. I said no, we don't have to. Unless you want to spend more fucking money on fucking horses. Money that we should spend on other things.
It's not like we could buy anything else today.
Yeah, we can't buy magical gear, which is kind of the point of having a shit ton of money.
Like a stronghold and followers, perhaps.
Ismark slashes out twice. His blows are a little unsteady, but the corpse is no match. He manages to slice into it, damaging it significantly and sending one of its legs flying off.
Nice.
It's still
It's still alive.
standing.
Yes, it's not dead.
Oh, damn it. I take it back, Ismark. No nice for you.
And he attacked the Jolly Rancher, right? The fresh target.
Yeah, the attack this one.
Bastard.
For what it's worth, I believe that everybody did want to spend their reaction to not be prone when falling, so
I
Makes
am
sense.
prone.
However, he could
save for you.
So hey, I mean that's the big fucking meat target on the ground for fucking things.
Truly, truly it is.
Hey, at least you don't. That'd be a huge nerf to barbarians if they had to roll concentration to keep rage.
that would be super great.
No, I have to focus on being angry.
Strahd openly bathes in the afterglow of his attack. With a flourish, he beckons to Irina. Look how this misguided path has scarred you. Come. There will be no pain. There will be no more pain over here. However, Irina is able to rebuff his advances quite harshly.
Nice.
There will be nothing but pain if I draw towards you. I shall be fine here.
Yes.
And then she takes a step forward to attack the enemy.
Strahd is ill-tempered at this, but Lord knows he's not going to give up that easily. Fishing for initiative. Where did there it is? She may go next. Indeed, she does. She doesn't have to step forward. She is perfectly capable of throwing a firebolt.
And she does do extra damage if she attacks because of absorb elements, I will note.
Not sure.
It's only on melee attacks.
Only on melee attacks, unfortunately. It's very specific.
Yeah.
I know. I don't get why it works that way either. I think it'd be cool if it could work with like attacks or spells. But
Because I mean, if you can pump it into your sword, why can't you like pump it into your bow or arrow?
She advances and with a blazing ferocity manages to dispatch this.
All right.
Cool.
It then becomes Envy's turns.
If you have to make a save or something against someone, you can't choose to fail it if it's from an ally, right?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Sorry, go back to me later. It's a random thought that I had. Is like, huh? I wonder if that's a thing.
Attacks begin. First, there's an enemy attempts a retributive strike against Spark.
Just like a bag of unwrapped starters now. Like, that seems pretty. I know. Like, is it too much of a? I mean, guess maybe to reduce paper.
I don't know.
But this just seems like that would just.
This
mix
seems like
flavors.
that's just laziness.
Though its attempts end in futility, there is another that assaults or attempts to assault Siguror, but it is
They have advantage.
similarly.
Yeah, they do have
Oops.
advantages.
How could I have forgotten? Similarly, they are unable to strike you, fumbling over itself. Surprisingly enough, Irene manages to get it first. There are a number of undead that surround her, and that number of undead, unfortunately, manage to swarm her, ripping and tearing at her, harming her. No small amount. However, as this happens, Strahd cannot help but show a look of discomfort at seeing this so. The desired clothing, they mash against the wall of their brethren already on the attack, but that is all that they can do for the time being. We will come back around to Esmeralda. But in the meantime, your other companions are racing through the dark woods.
Most signal fires were just named out there.
Yep.
The Skyright's basically just a signal flare.
As both Sasha and Crag move through the forest, the ghost steed's hooves pounding against the wet earth, both of you hear things in the night. It is not unusual for the forest to be teeming with life, but this time it seems extra so. It is not long before you hear howls of wolves in the distance and shouts of men with ill intent. They are not upon you yet, and I would like to ask what you will do.
Awesome.
Take to the sky!
So long as we've been riding.
At the point where this happens, like it's.
I guess I should just ask straight up.
Maybe a
Do
few
I still have
minutes.
fly? Okay, I still have fly.
You're going pretty fast, and this is just like right outside. Almost as if someone was at least a little prepared for you to leave the village.
Go figure.
Okay. If the horse... How thick are the trees where we are?
They're starting to get fairly thick.
So if I flew up, I wouldn't be able to see where they were coming from? Or I guess... I can't see where they're coming from. Would Crack be able to see where they're coming from if I flew up?
You could leave Sahar in branches, like flying.
Probably not, but these interlopers aren't attempting to hide themselves, so like Crack would probably still be able to hear them, and maybe at points where the trees aren't so thick, like maybe spot like little bits.
So owls have advantage on perception checks that have to do with sight or hearing. Would it be possible for Sahar to fly up and make perception checks to know the exact direction they were coming from, so that we could maybe move and try to find a path through them? Would that be possible?
Yeah, it would. I think so.
Okay.
Continuing to do it all along the way would require multiple checks over whatever. And eventually you would also need to make stealth checks if they pursued you. But that would count.
How many does it sound like?
It's difficult to judge. It sounds like multiple groups. Because some are at like a little distance, some are at farther distance. They weren't waiting for you like right outside, but one way or another, they know that something is coming or going this way, and they're moving in to attempt to stop you. Though at the speed you're going, you'd probably be able to cut you off.
It seems we have attracted more. Should we lead them to the trap?
Yes.
Alright. Let's do so. I'm not going to try to lose them, but I'm going to try to get out in front of them. We're going to try to get out in front of them, and we'll just hammer them in with the revenants. Once we pass, because eventually we'll pass the trees and come to the road, and at that point we'll be able to see exactly how much is following us. And if it's 100 of them, then yeah, we'll change the plan then, obviously, because that's not gonna fucking work. Maybe we can thin their numbers as they follow us, you know?
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe. How would you do that?
Well, if you guys are above the tree line, you can see like crevices and like falls and stuff like that. You might not be able to perceive on the ground. Alright.
Crack, find a place where the trees will thin and they'll have to follow us in a large group. Then, we can try to thin some of their numbers as they chase us. And I'm gonna rely on Crack for that. And you still want me to roll that perception with Sahar so that they don't cut us off?
I'm not sure Crack can just do that. Like, there's the difference between spatial awareness and knowing where the trees are like placed like exactly. You would need like knowledge of this area or like a map to just know where you could do that.
Okay, well then can I send Sahar up to try to find a place where the trees fit?
I suppose.
Okay, then I'll have a roll perception for that. 11.
Nothing yet.
Okay. Am I able to get all the enemies behind us?
You think. Since you just continue riding, there's a point where there are wolves and wolf riding Vistani that like enter the road proper behind you, maybe 30, 40 feet or so. And as that number grows and the sound grows, like, probably, if there are others out there, if somebody's tipped them off, it'll be long before they catch up to you guys. Unless they attempt to cut you off, like, in front. But with your speed, that will be a problem in and of itself.
Okay. I think you said you wanted to keep last day in speed.
You can see quite a lot.
16 on that one. Hit.
That should be a hit.
Alright,
Is there a particular type of target that you are favoring?
undead, I guess.
There are no ones.
Yeah. Alright.
They're significantly behind us. If you take out the wolves, though, there's not going to be wolves. But
If there's shiny riding wolves, you
Um,
go for the wolves that are riding.
Okay.
You said Vishani riding wolves, right?
Yeah. There are some on horses, but also some on wolves. Some wolves that are just by themselves.
Yeah, 25 on that one. And then 8 damage. Okay. Target. And then 13.
Alright.
7 damage if that hits.
Focus firing on one of the pursuing wolves. You are able to kill it
Cool.
as it hurtles to the ground. The rest continuing to follow.
I will turn and say, if we can group them up, I should be able to slow a lot of them down. What I don't want to do is prematurely.
Sounds like a plan. But first,
just a question. Can I make an attack at one of them too? While I'm doing this, or?
shoot your desire.
So, I mean, I have cantrips. Why not? Yeah, I'm gonna firebolt one of the wolves that Vishani is riding. I assume a 28 hits.
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah. Let's roll that 2d10 then. 11 fire damage. So not much, but you know.
You strike a riding wolf with flame, harming it significantly and causing it to swerve, much to the irritation of the Vistani riding it.
So I can't imagine this is what you have for this show.
Yeah, but that's part of the game.
Why do I feel like when you drew the fake cards and stuff, you drew the particularly bad ones?
I don't know why I do for that.
So much going on. You know, just a feeling.
Technically, they killed a wolf.
That's true.
Ooh, that. Oh.
That's what
Of normal items?
Yeah. So I'm just trying to find like the rules and stuff for ball bearings.
If you wouldn't mind.
Oh! Yeah, that's true. If any of us have caltrops.
I have 20 units of Maltrops. I also have the 3 units of 1,000 bagged or ball bearings. Which that one guy in town seemed interested in some of the caltrops. Forgot to get back to him about that.
Esmeralda moves forward and, hacking and slashing, dispatches one of the undead. She then moves up further to form a proper line, denying the undead the ability to swarm Irina again as they did before.
Oh, it just knocks things prone. This road is flat, right? It's not like inclined down.
It is inclined down, but like not super steeply. How steep does it have to be for ball bearings to work? Is actually what I guess is the matter.
It doesn't say, but I was just like, if these are steep enough, I throw it into a 10-foot square. I throw it on there, and you just start rolling. You might roll off the cliff. But no, it just says knocks you prone.
Well, that could be close to you. It is Siguror's turn after Esmeralda's display. So, if you want to make this situation sillier, you have your opportunity.
Okay. I'm gonna have to spend half my movement to get up.
Well, I mean, it might help. Gotta be my action though. No. I need to spin a lot of those numbers. I'm gonna draw the thigh bone, the mace of the saint, and start swinging.
Very well.
Take a swing at this one.
26 to hit. D6, and since these are undead, it's 1d6 and 2d6 radiant. It's 21 damage. And if that damage drops them below 25 or less, they can make the save against being just obliterated.
Are you sure? Because I remember there was a run back one time.
It's a save. It's a wisdom save, and it's 25 or below. From that. From the damage. It's a DC 15. Maybe it starts bonus.
This creature does not make it. You hammer into it, sending, like, you actually catch it, like, kind of on the shoulder, and, like, its arm buckles, and then part of its arm, like, flies off, as if to continue the momentum of your swing. However, after pounding into it, it shines with a radiance so pure that the creature can bear it no more, and is disintegrated.
Okay.
That's cool.
Then go for that jolly ranger in front of Irina. So I'm just trying to bring down zero path down the center. That is a 30 to hit.
See that damage.
6, 10, 21 again. So another save.
Things every time.
Yep. Every time.
Every time it strikes an undead creature and their health is now 25 or less. It's a 15 DC wisdom.
Whatever criticisms of these zombies and their loyalty that could be said in life, it can be said in death, that they are no less wise, because this one is also dust upon wind.
Okay. I am then going to look at Strahd. Your swarms will not stop me, and I will action surge, moving forward, taking a swing at that one.
Action surge.
Yep. I have 2 points in fire.
2 levels.
2 levels of fire.
I didn't know.
So you have action search.
I
Nice.
thought you were all learning.
Oh,
It's not-
then you should use your bonus action to heal yourself because you're getting low on health.
On turn, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, because action surge can potentially give you a bonus action.
Well, no, you still have your one from the first turn. You
Oh.
don't get an extra bonus action,
Right.
but you still have your original, so you should heal because you're getting low.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Is a 16 to hit.
As a Between their scraps of cloth and their terrible posture, 9 or higher is gonna do it.
22 damage. Obviously. Let's save. Fuck! Last one's crit fail.
That sucks.
I should search it.
Wait, who did you attack?
This was the first one,
Which is also dusted.
and then the crit fail was on this one.
Because if you had attacked that one, you would have had advantage.
Yeah.
Just saying.
My mind was just clear the center, clear path through. Crit fail, and I will use that bonus action to second one. Which is a D10 plus fighter level. So at least 2.
9 health. That's better than nothing. It's free healing.
I'm dumb. I forgot I had 10. 6, 7, 8. So that makes it
Yeah, I have temp as well still.
8. No, wait, yeah, hammering was his bonus action. So,
So you can't do that. Because not having any AoE sucks.
If you wanted to move more, then I suppose you could do that.
You can move up when you're not broken at time.
yeah, I'll do that so they can't just start move up.
Yeah, I
Still
guess.
an attack.
I was trying to bait you to make you then hit you.
I don't care if the zombies hit me.
Didn't work.
It's-
Yes.
Again, these are not the guys I'm worried about. I am also not worried about myself going down. Well, less than the others.
Well, let's say you should be. You're the only one protecting the NPCs.
Also, the signal soul would not be able to reach you guys.
We're already out of the town.
Goddamn, too bad I do not have the fucking wand of pyrotechnics that squid ass.
How shitty would that be for the townsfolk? Like, all the revenants left, and they're like, oh, we're safe. And then we just come riding back with a bunch of fucking wolves, Vistani, and like, why?
Truly, this is a terrible band.
They,
But usually, it's shitting on us. It's much less explicit.
they said they were here to help.
We've only made things worse.
Which, funnily enough, is
Exactly why they didn't want us here.
indeed.
Just
It is Strahd's turn. He
Awesome.
moves to
the
engage
one person
you.
I cannot hit with the mace.
Well, you can.
It'll just be destroyed after the combat.
Yeah, but I mean, you still can.
Yeah.
Considering you're down 2 party members, you might wanna.
Yeah. Yeah.
He glowers at you. If you demand my attention so readily, perhaps you are deserving. He attacks you.
Like, see him get 17 AC. That's a big ass number.
He probably gets more than one attack, right?
I'd be surprised if he didn't. I think he does.
He does.
Yeah. From our last encounter.
Trick question. I rolled in front of you because I thought it'd be cool if a critical punctuated you going, like, to see him hit me. It didn't.
No.
Oh well.
I think he hit me.
He did hit you, but you know, that could have been better. Could have been better.
I would honestly prefer to hit him to hit me in melee instead of casting spells at me. Because his melee probably does less damage.
We'll see.
He swipes you once for 60 damage. Reduce it by half. So he only does as much as a fireball.
rips into Siguror's flesh with savage claw.
Yes, my save action started. I got 2 Strahd. I was like, yeah, hit it. Is that all you have? No.
Might have been good. A good idea.
Number control is also not a bad idea.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking crit fail on a goddamn zombie. Damn it.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Inflicting 22 damage.
Okay. The 4 reduction?
Yeah. However, I got ahead of myself, rolling 2 attacks. Because now, he was hitting you twice. He goes to rip into you again, but you're a little too defensive for him.
Cool.
I have armor now!
It's true.
Like last we fought.
That's also true.
Your folly was allowing us to get basic gear.
One could argue. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if one could argue, letting them get like that staff and that other stuff from down there, just like made your campaign go downhill. It's not good enough anymore. Well,
Hill.
maybe.
We literally only escaped the castle because of that staff.
Yeah. We've only basically been barely holding on because of the staff.
I didn't say it was correct.
Also, beat down a player also.
Hey, Grella would have been here.
Well, Ari.
Ari, right. Hey, if we didn't dispose of the body correctly, she could have also been here. Grella could have also been here.
Yeah, this is true. Ismark slashes and dispatches this undead in front of him. And then advances.
Don't lie. Don't open up a path to Strahd for yourself. Don't.
He's seeking to fight bravely. He then attacks this undead, hacking at it,
+2 greatsword.
scoring a very decent hit. The other one was almost dead, so I passed this part this time.
From Ismark's. Oh wait, you already hit. So if an enemy is against the wall, if you have an ally adjacent to you, you have flank.
David, this enemy does have advantage on this.
I mean,
Whoops.
he already said he.
I was even thinking he
Well, he
did.
might have crit.
But that is the rule.
It's you take 2 points and then you draw a line between them. So this point and this point, he's in a line between that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't have anything to do with them being against a wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just if, say, this mark was right here, that would not.
That
yeah.
would not, because there's no line going between the two of them.
Okay. That makes way more sense.
Though this one is not as swiftly dispatched, it does lose its left, upper part of the arm as it kind of sways in some feeble attempt to defend itself from the incoming terrible might of the blazing blade. It then becomes Irene's turn.
See Roy?
Maybe.
Nah.
The game Roy's from is called Blazing Sword.
I was gonna say, nah, man, he's Ike. He's a big ass sword. I don't know which one.
Ike does use a great sword.
Yeah. I mean, to my knowledge, both of them are cool and good. I think I've only ever played one Fire Emblem game, in all honesty.
Honestly, Roy's game's kind of low. Not that great. But in my opinion, anyway, I don't think Blazing Sword's that good. But that's just me. The weapon itself is really broken, though. It's one of the. But then again, so is Ike's. Both the Blazing, the Sword of Seals, and Ragnell are two of the notoriously overpowered weapons from that series.
Actually, Mart is as well, considering protagonists.
No, Falchion actually isn't that good, but it comes from the very first game, so
Oh.
power creep hadn't yet become a thing. It has a unique effect that most swords don't, though. It does extra damage to dragons. It's a pretty strong sword. It can't break. It's unbreakable, which is although Ragnall and the Steven sword are also unbreakable. But it can heal him. He can activate it to heal himself.
Oh.
Which is
Like
pretty cool.
flat out heal or give him life steal?
No, it's like a flat heal.
Oh, alright. The healing's healing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Irina's attack manages to hobble this zombie right there. As she inflicts some damage upon it. And so the fight goes, while your allies elsewhere prepare a trap that hopefully you will survive to arrive at.
So, David, I'm not just doing this because of my ADD. I'm doing this to show you. This is basically how a cone goes out, right? Cone of cold goes out to 60 feet, so it'll keep growing and getting bigger at this same rate up to 12 squares.
Does it?
Yes.
That's like a beholder's
Oh,
fucking eyesight
So-
and anti-magic field.
I just
Jesus.
want so that you have a visual representation of how big a cone of cold is. My plan is to lure them all, and I don't think this is unreasonable considering how big this cone is. These are each 5 feet, so this becomes a massive area.
Cones are very
I
dangerous.
want to get big cones are very dangerous. Most cones are pretty small. Cone of cold uniquely is gigantic. I want to get them all in a place where I can cone of cold all of them. That's what Sasha's doing. Because I should be able to deal a lot of damage to everything that's following us with cone of cold.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, even if you only roll like 12 damage, that's 12 damage times how many enemies there are.
Right. So that's my plan. Just wait till a bunch of them, till I think at least as many of them are gonna come are behind me as possible, and then maybe I'll slow down a little bit so they bunch up, whatever needs to happen, so that I can just be like, you've all made a terrible mistake. Bam!
Hey, some of you are also technically who you is because you're mounted.
I can do a lot of damage if I can group them up like this.
I'm thinking about what I would want from you for that. Mainly the little slowdown part at the end. Just trying to wait until enough of them are behind you is fine by me. There's no horsemanship, no.
There's handle animals, the closest one.
Yeah.
Well,
The thing is, my thing's a ghost horse. I don't.
It's connected to you.
Yeah, like it follows my commands. I don't know. Do you want me to make a spellcasting ability check? Because it's a spell horse? Just rolling that in?
Actually, no. Call it a freebie, but I'm gonna say that since 1, it's magic, 2, it's you, 3, it's a spell that you deploy fairly often, that I'm just gonna go ahead and go for it.
Okay.
It does, however, take a little while. More and more emerge from the forests.
Free attacks from me.
More than
Awesome.
anyone. Yeah.
I'll say that.
More than anyone could have gathered in such a short amount of time. At least in the span between a dream and now.
So.
How many?
Eventually you are followed by quite a few. At least 100.
100 Vistani?
Not all of them are Vistani. Some of them are like small, like pods of wolves, probably part of a larger pack.
First time.
But like 100 in total,
How many are
you
Vistani?
estimate. If you had to say, like maybe a little more than half are Vistani riding either horses or wolves.
First attack was 21. I got 2 damage.
They've sided with Strahd, obviously.
This one is 28, and I got 6 damage. And my last one, that was 14, and I got 10 damage on that one. And I attack wolves. If there's any wolves that attack.
Okay.
Sasha can kill 50 Vistani.
It's a surprise too, honestly.
That's so many of his. Give me the Dungeon Master dagger.
Sure.
Sasha's.
Very torn.
In the briefest moments, while Sasha is considering something, perhaps hesitating, Crack takes his shots. Would it be fair to say that you're probably aiming at what looks like the closest?
Yeah, within 30 feet. I'm going to start one more. Fortunately, I'm not going to spread my damage. Focus fire, you see what target goes down. Yeah.
I mainly bring it up because your blasting causes the wild-haired Vistani man in the lead, at least at the time where you are firing, to not only get hit and hurt, but to kind of like jostle on top of the wolf, and he must catch the wolf in some kind of bad place because it like snarls and like just for a moment like briefly shuts one of its eyes, which causes it to like buckle, and it starts to like stumble, and he also starts to fall,
Fuck.
which will have its own effects.
Sasha will turn around on the horse, and he will cast a 100-foot wall of force, hoping to at least slow them down. He's not going to murder 50 Vistani just to get away.
And as that man falls, his bad time is only compounded because like he falls, he like tries to roll, he begins to like roll up into his knees, but hits the invisible wall of force at like chest place, so he becomes like wedged up against it, which is the only warning that everybody else gets. People begin like kind of slowing. There are a few people that also run into the wall, but not as hard as that guy did.
They will live.
There are talks, there are shouts. There's the person who you like hear somebody call out magic, and some other voices as they start to disperse, but you don't think they've given up. And by 100 foot, you meant 100 foot. Long.
Yeah, I can do 10 by 10 foot. So 100 feet. So they'll have to spend at least a turn.
Could you also make it like 10, 5 foot to make it longer? Or does it have to be a 10 by 10?
They have to be 10 by 10.
They will be figuring that out for now. In the meantime,
Let's try to lose them. After we've all stopped.
yeah, totally.
So do you just
In
want
fact,
to
I totally. Yeah, but go ahead, like with advantage. the main force, well, the force that is pursuing you, like, they're busy. What is this? How long is it? What's going on?
Can you use normal force below
15.
you?
Also, go ahead and take some inspiration, like as a side note.
That's fine.
Can you use normal force below you to bring you up out of it now?
15? Can I use all the force below me to
Like bring you up off the ground?
Yeah, I could. Before you brought up using fly on the horse, I was literally going to make a wall of force bridge. But then I was like, no, fly makes way more sense. And I can keep using it out there, so that's a good idea. I'm going to do that instead. Of course, my fly is now gone because I had to bring a wall of force. But I got 15 minutes now.
Oh, they pull concentration.
Yeah. Fly's concentration.
Well, fly was almost up anyway.
Yeah, I was probably going to go down in a couple minutes.
Esmeralda rips into this zombie and then sends its head flying with her hatchet, destroying it. She then moves up.
Actually, this is a weird question.
Hmm.
I technically already had inspiration. Would you be okay if I use my inspiration on the stealth roll and then I get the new one? Okay, thank you.
I even kind of thought about that as I was doing it. It's like, no.
Because I had inspiration before.
But
And who knows, maybe I'll get
sit on inspiration.
yeah, since my ideal came out. So when crack on inspiration, I was inspiration. 16 instead, actually, so it didn't matter that much, but it's slightly better.
She then moves forward and sends the head of another zombie tumbling down the hill. It bites and snarls as it rolls. The body in front of her, grasping in front of itself, blindly.
So it's still an enemy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It then becomes Siguror's turn.
Okay, for now, I'm still gonna stick to number control, at least a little bit.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Try to swing at that one, and that Jolly Rancher.
Very well.
You have to hit 9, so I'm pretty sure you
Yeah, I get plus 11 on
Yeah, so they both hit.
First is
19.
8. Oh, yeah. So 19 and 2, 4, 15. 19 on one, on 15 on the other. But if you
It's
know,
still with
25
the bone, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no.
So if it still drops him down to 25, you still have to make saves against being turned to dust.
I'm basically not. In all honesty, probably during this fight, I'm not putting it away, which means it's probably gonna shatter after this fight.
Yeah, it's a bummer, but you know, that's what it is.
And your damages were what again?
19 and 14, 15,
15, 19 and 15.
19, 15.
19, 50.
He's got 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, so it's powered up for the second damage.
You managed to smash and destroy this one. Swinging upon this one, you manage to.
Does radiant damage not ignore their chance to not live? Or their chance to live? Really? Strange.
Either that or specifically didn't write down to cheat you.
Well, I don't know. I just know that some undead's
Yeah.
effects are negated by radiance, so that's why I was asking.
Well,
Did it get below 25 though? Because it still has to roll its wisdom save against being disintegrated.
Oh, I didn't even roll the save on the one that I gave you. That's silly. This one does not have to. I'll roll.
Just barely.
It's
I'm guessing.
highly unlikely. Yeah, it didn't make it, so it's fine. This would also find the less so, as it is harmed significantly. It then becomes Strahd's turn. He's gone.
Oh yeah. I will throw out after dispatching that one. He's just been talking this entire time. Your words are enough. You've gotten where you are by making a deal. The man who tastes the venom of demons must also spit his words.
He howls quite angrily. You know nothing of me, and I shall show you such. He attacks you.
Fucking draw an aggro. Fuck you.
Use what you learned about him.
Oh, absolutely. Because I know that's going to piss him off. I know something that you know.
He manages to strike. And worse yet, he manages to strike twice.
Jeez. But the only worst bit is how much damage is so bad.
He could.
Maybe why you can just half each time. Just for simplicity.
Moved very well. He first slashes you for 21.
I'm getting there.
And then rakes across your chest for 19.
Okay. Let me see. 9.
8d8 does. It then becomes Ismark's turn. He manages to silence this zombie with one attack, and then he moves forward.
Hopefully I have made him angry enough to make him ignore this mark.
He looks at Strahd, and Strahd looks at him. Once again, you are at my feet. Will you do what you did not before? I don't think you will. As Ismark grips his sword and prepares to strike, he finds himself awash in the sheer magnitude of Strahd's personality, and is charmed.
Oh.
Hit it.
Oh.
Oh boy. Awesome.
Awesome. God damn it. This is so bad.
He cowers, as he has always told himself he will not do. His arena carries work. I think Arena will call out, "No! You mustn't let his words get to you!" Attacks. And criticals.
Nice.
A fantastic blow. Though already headless, it very quickly becomes
It's a hole.
really hurt. Skewer directly through. It seems to almost give way to her own strength, and she like gets up and under, and then like pulls back.
She needs like a mace.
The base of her.
No, it was said that she should.
Oh.
I hadn't. I intended for her to switch. She got caught up in the moment, you see.
Okay.
She's distracted.
It's like it's the magic weapon, so it makes sense. It's like, it's true.
No, I thought there was somebody else.
Only magic weapons we got.
It takes your action to shove, right?
It takes an attack to shove. So if you have multiple attacks, you can shove multiple times.
Oh.
What's this? Straight up.
Nobody else has any movement things. But that means I could potentially try to shove Strahd twice, move him with hammering horns, and if that is all of his ignore shit, somebody else can do a movement thing to him. I mean, he could probably just fly, so whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Probably has fly.
As the battle rages, two of you attempt to skulk.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Oh, wait. Arena's immune to the charm shit. Who's wearing mind shielding, right?
I think so. Does it make you immune to charm?
I think it might. So I shouldn't have rolled her.
I know it makes you immune to like somebody trying to read your mind. Nobody can read thoughts. Nobody can bind you.
I have it here right now, so.
I mean, she made her save, but she'll look cooler, perhaps. Well, okay, less cool in hindsight. It's like, nope, the ring. It will be important later, though.
It's a cool idea.
Which one?
Sorry.
Oh.
As
Siguror did that one.
As the two of you attempt to make your way as quietly as possible, there's a point, maybe 15 minutes into your sneaky trek, that you spot a distant, wailing specter. It seems to cry at sky and moon itself.
It was not magic. So she
Okay.
did legitimately
Damn.
Sick.
break free of her own will.
Just means you can't be red, mind red, tried upon and shit like that.
However, it does not see you as such. You're able to avoid it unless you, for some reason, want to stop it.
Now, what a time if that revenant that we came across before that seemed to not be following this fucking one's orders came back. What happened to him? I wonder.
He was in the fight.
No. The
Oh,
one that we
the
came
original
across
one?
that one time.
Yeah, I have no idea.
10 more minutes pass, and suddenly the cawing of what sound like ravens join the night, though it's speckled here and there. Not so much an encounter, but just an addition.
Probably ominous.
Recovering your noise.
Well, raven swarms might be attacking something.
Where
Right.
ravens? Maybe.
You are sneaking. Are you sneaking to the campsite, or are you doing something else first?
Because the revenants will always know where you guys are.
Sasha's gonna assume, unless told otherwise, that they're gonna meet us at the place. So yeah, I mean, we'll probably get there later. But
I mean, if you wanted to delay, or if you had some other thing.
no, if I feel like we've lost the Vishnani, there's no reason to switch from the plan.
Fair enough. Crack and Sasha make their way towards the camp and are unassailed. At least once at the camp, just out of curiosity, would we be hiding?
Well, they can find us, so we can't really hide. So what I'm going to do is let us prepare. When they attack us, we will strike, and our allies will strike from behind. So basically, I'm gonna stand in a position, resummon my horse, using hopefully enough time to ritual cast it, and then I am going to stand with the staff ready. I'm going to prepare an action as soon as all the revenants show up. Blast them with the staff, hoping to get all of them. They're not when I made my check, they weren't resistant to ice, were they?
I feel like in the past you've asked and I've said no.
Okay, then yeah. Prepare Cone of Cold to try to hit all of them. As far as Sasha knows, the plan is still happening. Now, out of character, it super isn't.
Oh,
so
no.
This is gonna be really bad.
Hey, you guys had to deviate from your thing. If we survive, we might come limping. No, wait, we don't have horses.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll prepare key blast.
Both of you wait, ready to spring the trap once the revenants come in.
Once they get 30 feet teleports. There is some like go off the front of
Yeah. It just has more range.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I can do? Oh, you know what I will do? Do I have a minute before they show up?
Yes.
I will cast a 5th level tiny servant to create 5 tiny servants. And yeah.
I'm wondering if you made one of your musket bullets a tiny servant, put it into the gun, and shot it at somebody, that would damage the tiny servant. Or if you can just do damage and then it can just
I don't think so.
start fucking punching.
I know you really want me to be sexist as well.
Not today.
It would be dope, but no. Oh, and you know what? I'm also going to bring up mirror images on myself before it happens. Like, literally right before they show up. So that I have fucking mirror images up.
You feel like you have a decent amount of time, even running like the revenants were on foot.
Okay, then I'll wait.
Your images is not a difference.
It's not a copy. It's an illusion. Prepare for the plan. That is going horribly wrong. Sasha does not know. You don't need to feel.
Could be going worse.
Don't worry.
It's not
Don't
an
worry, there's-
excuse.
No,
but
don't worry. There's time.
There's always time.
Well, I mean, how could it possibly get worse?
They could all die to Strahd.
The town could start running up, and then we look at the town. Oh god, every town member is now a vampire. Fuck.
I'm talking about something that I think will actually
I'm crazy. As the battle rages on, it could always get worse. Esmeralda moves forward and swiftly dispatches yet another.
Oh god.
She then considers something that if I were the GM, I would have actually written it down. But here we are.
You ready to fight all of the revenants with just us?
Use only key points.
Good, I won't worry about it. What I will worry about, however, is her third attack, as she also harms this one.
Remember,
But
you
she's
don't
not
need
able to
use
do
all
that.
index.
Alright,
You
I
don't
thought
need
that
to
was
use
one of
evasion.
No.
You can just focus
Wait.
on stunning and flurry because I give them disadvantage from the thing, so you don't have to worry about it. guys are going to do half damage anyway.
Because they don't count as magic. Still so weird to me.
I'm going to burn off some spells and then polymorph probably.
She then harms this one. Was not yet dead. Though he too does lose his head. It then becomes Sigurd's turn.
Oh, this is so bad.
It's just a zombie. Yep, it's not worth it. I am going to strike at Strahd once. From my position, I don't have advantage. So. Okay, that's a 30 to hit.
That is a hit.
And I am using the mace still. I'm not putting that away.
Oh, man.
And 1d6 if. Wait, this is a magic weapon, so 10. It's 23 damage. I will then attempt to hammering horns this zombie back with my bonus, which was a strength saving throw against mine. So if we can make that, I would be really surprised if it needs to make 17.
Same. This is probably not going to work out. And, well, you know it didn't.
Knock him back 10 feet.
Okay.
So I can move here and gain advantage.
Yeah,
And gain
nice,
advantage on
nice,
Strahd.
nice.
And after striking him and moving him, he is now surrounded
Yeah.
by the ancestors.
So if he
Strahd
attacks-
is on those.
Strahd, because he's the first thing I hit.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
Look around you. Your time in this world is finite. The ancestors have demanded it. And fucking. Then with advantage. 27 to hit.
I believe that is a hit.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 20. And 2 of the d6 is radiant, so if he's regenning from fucking vampire shenanigans.
It would negate that. At least a normal vampire regeneration.
Yeah, if his supersedes that.
So how much is that total?
That was 20 and 22 or 3. It was 22.
Yeah.
So 42.
Okay.
42 damage.
That is not bad. He is harmed. You then hammer into one of the undead, which staggers and stumbles, falling all over itself. And you move in to fill that new gap and then strike at him with advantage. His undead flesh burns and scalds beneath the touch of the bone.
Nice.
No, at the end of the combat.
At the end of the combat, it disintegrates, which is a bummer. Bummer for sure. At least you still have the,
Blood spear.
blood spear.
Yeah.
At least it's not your only magic weapon.
Naturally, he does not like this. But what will he do? So, without telling health rate, how beat up is Siguror?
Below half, not a lot below half, but like a bit below half.
It's technically more efficient, but
Well,
I don't
Why
want
you describe how
numbers.
wounded you were?
I don't want like numbers, and I definitely don't want like half or not half.
Oh, sorry. I
Because
thought you
Strahd
didn't
is
want
assessing you
specific
for
numbers.
Strahd is assessing you for his next move.
Uh,
Don't let him know that you're half.
probably breathing hard, but still standing firm.
Because he is about to do the thing. And as he prepares to do so, he informs you that my time is more eternal than you will ever know. What comes now for you is but a blink in the long spanning eye of this Barovia and its lord. I, Strahd von Zarovich.
Not send me to that soul jar. I will be very upset.
He casts a spell upon you. Now, I want to know how much health you at.
Oh, David, no, why?
Fucking guess asleep, piece of shit.
He's gonna cast Powered Stun on you.
Ooh.
And you're almost certainly less than 150.
Oh hell, if it is power word, I am not at 150. I am at like 50 something. If you want specific, it's 54.
Goddamn. No, he is casting sleep upon you.
Oh,
Really?
oh.
Well, wait, he still rolls, I think, to get the amount of health he supersedes.
I got it, but it's not enough. That's why I had him assess.
It's a radius though, so if any of the other allies are beneath that amount, it would work on them.
But does it need to be overflow from the target?
No, you pick an area and it hits the lowest health person first, and then
Which
goes up.
I think is Siguror, since he's been taking hits from Strahd. Like, Ismark is hurt, but he's...
Irina has more health than Sigurd does right now.
Absorb elements.
Yeah. Well, I didn't
Ow.
think her health was that high.
I
shield is protected.
I wasn't thinking about Irina. Irina totally falls asleep.
Sorry.
Eh.
I'm not complete.
I'll flip, but like it's soft.
Yeah.
Soft flip. She's just asleep.
Bummer.
Don't worry, she's just sleeping. Sleep actually works.
Yeah.
Thought it was more. I would have loved to have that power. That wasn't what was happening that time.
Shit.
You're going to jump. He dead. That concludes his turn. However, as Ismark is doing his best in an attempt to like re-bolden himself,
Is he charmed or frightened?
he's charmed, which is why I talked about him becoming awash in Strahd's personality.
Oh, okay.
Since I've also used some fear words in there. I understand.
Hey, I don't know, maybe it specifies it's a charm, but it also tacks on the frightened status. Cause Strahd, cause fuck you.
As he attempts to like re-establish his own connection to the ground beneath his feet, metaphorically speaking, Strahd makes a show of like turning his side to him and attempts to plunge his hand in Sigurd's throat.
Oh, Strahd?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe
He still has action after he casts the spell?
No. Strahd's turn in, and this is a legendary action.
Oh.
Well,
Right.
maybe Ismark will gain, advantage on his saving us the triumph, seeing his sister drop.
I forgot he has legendary actions.
Yeah!
Awesome.
Yeah!
I'm sorry.
Yeah! It's better me than literally anybody else there.
The rest of them are gonna die. Unless Esmeralda runs.
This should...
He takes a significant scrap of your throat for 24 damage.
Okay.
Keep on looking at old initiative. Not. Irina currently sleeps.
40 even.
Some time passes. The forest continues to teem with the sounds of life. You don't hear, sounds of your pursuers, so hopefully you've lost them. And at about the time you would expect them, your intended prey catch up. The revenants, striding boldly, approach.
Okay. They all have to make a constitution save. I believe. Yeah, they all have to make a DC 17 Constitution save or take some damage.
See, if I play a caster class, I kind of need elemental appropriate dice for damage. So then it's like visual as well. Red dice for fire, blue for ice.
Oh, cool.
It's only purple for lightning, or purple be force.
Let's see. 38 ice damage.
Black dice from the bottom.
You can tell as these ghastly figures pierce the veil of moonlight and enter into the area where you and your companions once camped, that a number of them do not make their saves. However, Horngar and one of the other revenants do save. Yet four do not. Horngar shouts, "Infidel, your escape is as futile as your efforts to purge this land of the only justice they may know," as he moves in and is preparing to attack.
Within
How
30
close
feet.
are they?
They're getting into melee range as this happens.
Oh shit.
So within 30 feet.
Yeah, because then he prepared a bunch of blasts.
I don't know why I'm shuffling with those.
And also, David, I apologize. I thought the area we were in was bigger, so I'd have time before they got into melee. Since it wasn't that big, and I have prepared all my dudes to jump them after I iced them.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll roll those attacks as well.
So, combat?
Yeah, it's the beginning of combat. They haven't gone yet, so you have advantage on all your attacks. My guys are going to swarm up around Hornsguard and try to do as much damage as possible. I assume he's in the lead. Honestly, they'll go for the closest one. Okay, I'm going to roll their attacks.
17
Now-
hit.
Huh?
17 hit. for the first one.
Who are you aiming at?
The closest one.
That's Wagner.
Yeah, so he probably is.
And 17. Let me check.
22 for my god. I see that. It's fine. You know, I'll let him down. Right.
Yeah. 17 is hit.
Oh,
That is definitely a miss. I assume they have more than 90s.
jeez.
Yes.
Damage on that one. And then my next 2 attacks. This one hits. And I got 10 damage on that one. And then my last. I still get 3 attacks.
You get 3 attacks, and then if you spend a key point, you get a 4th attack. Oh wait, with prepared actions? No, you only get your first attack.
Okay, so then I want that second.
Sorry, yeah, I know it's. So, David, does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Okay, well, they all hit.
No, sorry.
Does a 20 hit?
Yeah.
So 3 of them hit, and I dealt 10 damage overall, and I already halved it.
Okay.
So 10 damage to him.
Because we know the runners take half and not half.
2 of them miss, 3 of them hit, and they did 10 damage after half.
Your servants do some work. It could be better, but with the odds they're up against.
That's what it is.
Sticks and rocks in the area.
No, some of the stuff I have just.
They prepare to reach.
So you want initiative? Okay. $23.
And what about crack?
25.
You should go first.
You may very well. Just make sure. Stay fast. Order himself. Got. Decent, but not that decent. Not better than crack decent.
Did he get better than me decent?
That's a good question. No, actually.
Cool. So we go first. Thanks, alert. Yeah, having a +7 to initiative is nice.
I'd imagine. Imagine having plus to anything to initiative is nice.
I feel you, Kendrill. My paladin has nothing to initiative either. It's such a bummer.
But advantage is
Yeah, you.
fucking danger sense.
Yeah. Kendrill has advantage. He in the last season he got there. So. At the very least, I'll get to roll twice. Even if I don't get that anything.
Since y'all got here first, you can be wherever you decided.
Does that work for me?
That's fine.
Okay.
start the round off with Crack.
I'm gonna attack with my sword. And 21 I hit. Oh shit.
Who are you attacking?
The guy card.
Very well.
This.
With the shot 10.
Yeah. So
16.
16. Yeah, that's what I was going
It's your magical weapon.
16 on that one. Oh, and I also spent a key point to get 4 attacks. Forgot to mention.
Yeah.
And,
This first attack is unfortunately not a hit.
A 21?
21?
I heard you say 16.
No.
No, you got a
16
21
damage.
for hit, 16 for damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said 21.
I was like, holy shit!
How did your fucking dudes hit him?
Wait. Yeah, I still.
He's within melee of someone.
I got 20.
Advantage. Wonder bonus these.
That is right.
Yep.
12 damage. And then 2 fist attacks. 4. Yeah. This one definitely hits because base 17, so.
10 damage on
Yeah. 10 damage on that one. 10 damage on this one. And my last one.
it. And these all count as magical, so he's not reducing the unarmed either. Because he's a monk.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fists are magical weapons, so judge the proficiency.
21.
I
to
suppose
hit.
that makes sense.
And I got 11 damage on this one.
12. Yeah, 8 on these.
Oh, yeah, right.
So he did 10, 12, 12, 16. So like 50 something damage. Yeah.
I feel like you need to get 2 points of like 2 levels of fighter just so you can get action surge.
He already has 2 classes.
No, wait, you have to spend key points to have bonus action attacks, so action surge will do nothing.
It'd still give him 2 more attacks. But, you know.
It's the most attacks any character can have.
10.
Fucking spinning great ball of death.
Yeah, a 10. A 20th level fighter who action surges and has haste gets 10 attacks. 4 attacks. If they're dueling, they get a bonus action attack. If they're 5 attacks, and then they action surge for 4 more attacks, and then their haste attack is 10.
After an impressive series of blows from blade and fist, Wormguard is not reeling, but he is significantly harmed. You've cut into him greatly. Though he will be ready to counterattack. I mean, on his turn. In the meantime, Sasha goes.
So, when I last checked, were they resistant to fire?
I will check. I believe this came up. You don't believe so.
Okay. I move up, fireball here, like right here to hit all of, I can't hit this guy, but I can hit all of these 4 with a fireball from my staff. I'm gonna roll to see if my staff breaks because those are my last charges. It does not. So,
Wait, well, doesn't it just become magical? If I remember correctly.
yeah, I think it does, but whatever. It doesn't matter. It didn't happen. So I'm gonna roll 10d6 now. And they will have to make dexterity saves equal to DC 17 or take 10d6 fire damage.
Alright, so it was DC 17.
Yes, DC 17. Ooh. 42. 42 fire damage.
And you motioned.
Incertus Pulcar Imperio.
You motioned. You said 4. But I wasn't paying enough attention.
It'll hit everyone except for this one over here, so it'll hit 5 of them.
You said 4. You takes his back.
I didn't say 4.
You said 4.
Yeah,
You did. No takes.
I heard something more.
No takesies backsies. Come on. Have some pity on that motherfucker.
You were killing the other half of our party right now.
I don't know. They look pretty alive to me.
David, one is asleep, one is charmed, and Siguror has 30 health. How are they gonna win?
Yeah.
It's just...
They are so screwed.
Hey,
With great magical might,
Strahd can't regen barring
Fire.
special circumstance.
racks the enemy, most of the enemy, as
What does
3 of
happen?
them, including Rorgar, well, I meant the one that the fireball doesn't catch.
Oh, okay.
3 of them, including Horngard, who do not succeed in their saves.
It's 42 and then 21 for ones who save. Shit.
It's still down.
Then my guys will swarm up and attack Horngard, because we're losing that too. I assume 23 hits, and that deals 4 damage. I'm automatically half of these. Do you want me to wait until you're ready?
Nah, that's fine.
Okay,
That
4
was
more
4
damage on
damage.
one guard, and that's pre-half. 3 more damage on Horgar. 15 misses, you said, so... however, that hits, and that's 3 more damage on one guard. And that hits and is 3 more damage on one guard. So... 13 damage from my things, and that's after reduction. I know I keep stating, but... Alright, and yeah, that's my turn unless I have a bonus action of some kind, but I don't think I do. Bonus action spells.
That's very powerful.
Bonus action, slay undead.
Very
That would be dope. But no. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is my whole action, and I have almost no spells left.
terrifically damaged. It becomes Horngard's turn. You see tiny patches of his skin start to repair themselves. They're no match for the damage you've done thus far.
Yeah, I'm gonna start healing.
As he moves. So if you want an attack of opportunity, you may take it. Unless you did some shenanigans.
He
that
didn't move
deprived you.
out of his. He didn't move
yeah.
out of him.
He's going to. I stopped here.
Really?
Where is he? Okay, then sure.
He's going to move through it.
Ah, all right, then yeah, you totally
Ah.
have an attack.
Alright.
Ooh, crit, nice.
Wait, what? No. No.
You didn't. Oh,
No, the black one.
okay.
23 to hit.
But he was flanked by my guys when he started to move, so you still do have advantage.
Okay.
If you want another one.
No.
23 to hit, so I assume that hits. So 13 damage.
It's hard to estimate this precisely, like in actuality, but out of character, undoing the damage that just
Healed.
healed and a little extra. As he moves, and begins to bring his sword to bear. I tire of you most of all, impetuous mage.
He is disadvantaged to attack with me.
Y'all.
Because of the icon of Ravenloft.
How dare you?
Yeah, well. It sucked.
Wouldn't you prefer the icon in this fight than
You-
that fight?
Maybe.
The worst part is if they all die, it's my fault. Because I'm the one who suggested the plan.
Let's
It's
split up
gonna
again.
get everyone killed. I wanted to save the people.
Hey! Everyone agrees with you. That's a good plan.
Could I get a reminder of Sasha's AC?
18.
I think the most AC.
How dare
Tie.
Yeah, he has 18 as well. That's Merelda, man.
you?
She might.
Direct to mine. We don't know the prices.
You colossal loser.
Blame artifacts for damage.
I will. Now it's officially to hatred. He strikes out against you, but divine protection from above and mundane protection, well, it's magical, so like a little less.
Okay, so I have divine protection from that. My staff gives me +2 to AC, so there is a little bit of magical protection going on. And
Artifacts are here.
but I also do have a breastplate, so
Your preparedness avails you beyond the imaginings of this undead knight, at least this time.
also I forgot. So by all means, don't feel the need to go back and retroactively use it. But I still have mirror images up, so he had a chance to miss me anyway.
Good for you.
Yeah, well,
I was even trapped. You got
if they
this.
all swarm on me, I'm gonna need all those defenses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
Missing does not cool his rage, however, as he shouts. He actually gestures and makes some commands. You destroy the feathered one, and then to the other group. To me. As they move on their initiatives.
So there were 5 of your guys, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they all got attacks of opportunity because he moved out of their range as well.
They did. If you let me go back and take those, because I kind of forgot.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. It's not going to do that much. But,
It might be enough.
3 more damage. That's a miss. 2 more damage. 3 more damage. And a miss. So 8 damage overall.
This haggard, well-beaten look almost suits him. Almost.
Motherfucker, so up.
He's a lot of health. Last time we fought him, he had a ton of health too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Bastard.
Last time we didn't fight him and his rats.
How cool would that have been? One moves into position per the command and strikes out at Crack twice with his longsword, though it is unsuccessful in finding purchase. There's another heeding the command who moves.
I just have
Your dudes.
I just have him there as a marker.
Yeah, but they can be in the same space as them, so you really shouldn't have that there. Because enemies can get that space.
I mean, so long as I know. I would have placed him on top if need be. But now I will not, as he attacks. Normally.
That has advantage. Oh, but he rolls. Yeah, you're right. I'm done. Ha! Don't even worry about it.
But he also has disadvantage because of that.
Which is why he rolls one.
This time. Probably good. What's your ace?
Barring Age Mark and Irina, I am close.
It lashes out, and barely, just barely, manages to.
It's okay. I still got one trick up my sleeve.
Once for 13 damage,
Run away and crack the die.
Don't spoil it.
and a second for 9 damage. Also, heeding commands, the other 3 move. One of them advances on Sasha's position and attacks.
Hey, whoever needs your orange card gets a cherry.
One of its slashes connects, the other misses. And Sasha is wounded for 13.
Did he roll, I guess, mirror images?
No. So,
Okay, well, he has to roll over I'm bringing it up right now.
It's a separate roll, right?
Yeah, it's a totally separate roll. It's part of the reason I buffed with it, because I didn't want to take damage.
Is it like
a good move.
10 chance?
No, it's...
there's like, it's done.
I think
like,
it's
with a
11. I think he's
D20.
right. It's an 11 or higher, but double checking. Oh, I roll a d20, and if I roll a 6 or higher, then he misses. 8, he misses. He hits one of the mirror images, bringing me down to 2.
Which reduces the DC.
Yeah. Well, it means now I have to roll over an 8 for it to hit.
Okay.
And then when I only have 1, they have to roll over 11.
Okay.
Yeah, you used to roll percentile dice for it in 3.5, but I guess they got rid of that because...
Does Icon also make the area like harder to move through for undead?
No.
Okay.
But it does make people in its radius immune to charm, which I know would be so helpful to you guys right now.
Yeah.
Another one of them moves to take its place, swings out twice. One of them may hit you.
One of them. Okay. I'll roll mirror images first. It hits mirror image.
Sasha protects.
That broke.
No.
Plus, they all use their reactions already.
It
Oh yeah.
uses its turn to get into place. As per command.
Okay. Do it. See what happens.
Bam! Oh, I didn't think you'd actually do it. Oh shit.
No, all they're just fine. I'm fine with them all ganging up on me.
You fight a battle for your lives, off to a good start. As you move back, Krezik.
The crack, you mean?
Credit.
Oh, I'm dumb.
Since the zombie's headless, does it have a chance to miss? Or is that just flavor wise?
Out of character, it does.
Oh, really? That's cool.
This is a weird, special kind of zombie who I bet I'm using its feature wrong. Oh well. Because it doesn't seem to come up.
They don't have 4th level ones out yet.
Those probably take a good while to like make when I come up with. Like I'm trying to wonder what's the basis for the language that they chose to write down on there.
I don't know.
Because I feel like
I
it's
just
like,
know that this shit is cool and I want more of them. Hint, hint. You know, when Christmas comes.
I get it. Let's go up to him. It's like, hey, I'd like to buy some.
What do you want?
I want your entire stock!
Oh my god.
No.
If I had disposable income, I'd buy all of them. Like, I'm not even... They have one set that's just all of the enhanced abilities. So you know how enhanced abilities has sub abilities like bull strike?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, they have a set that's all of them,
Oh,
and they look
that's awesome!
they look really cool too.
That's a cool
They
spell.
look like Japanese animal drawings, kind of. They look cool. Oh no, enhance ability is amazing.
I saw it. Squid can take it, but
It's
compared to the other ones.
It's not as useful in combat. It is an amazing spell out of combat, though. In Luca, my priest uses it, my cleric uses it all the time. Oh, I'm gonna roll a bunch of stealth checks. Give me free advantage on stealth checks.
Esmeralda rips apart
Jump blade.
this last zombie. Headless, now lifeless, hopefully forever. But such is not the way in the land of Barovia.
Come on, you guys got this.
He clears her way as
Maybe,
she
maybe.
moves in and prepares. She's used all her attacks, but she prepares to attack Strahd. Your time is nigh, vampire. Then becomes Siguror's turn.
I'm gonna fucking do this guy. And it's called. I've already used the mace once. I can't stop now. That is a 24 to hit first, 23 to hit first.
Well, I mean, you
Nah.
could. I don't expect you to, but.
And a crit.
Nice.
Second.
Huh?
66 on that one. Fuck yes.
So first. This 11, 6,
Nice.
8, that's 19, 24.
24 damage. Cool.
First. 6, 10,
So that's 21 plus whatever this is. 32. Nice.
32 damage on second. And it's all magical, most of it's radiant.
About half of it's radiant.
About half of it's radiant. And yeah, I mean, I doubt he's at the 25 threshold, but if he gets to it.
You send the bone slamming into him once and twice. On the first hit, you feel something give. It's just kind of an internal feeling that you get. And the second strike does tremendous damage. His flesh sizzles and bubbles as he lets out a howl of pain in spite of himself.
So this one actually seems to do, like, actual damage compared to the other things.
You feel like whatever you were pushing against before has reached its limit and broken its limit. It's just a feeling you get inside. It felt different.
He is weakening.
Strahd assures you, far from it. That scrap of a failed priest is but a pittance that this land, that I have allowed you. Perhaps I should allow you more.
He is surrounded again. He's just gonna be surrounded this entire fight.
That he is. Though he takes the lead of them.
He does.
Reduce that damage on yourself.
No.
Fuck.
I already take half damage. It's when another creature takes damage. They'll now, if he deals damage to anything else, he will have disadvantage.
Yeah. And
They will have resistance, and I can also reduce the damage further.
Okay.
It's just not on myself.
Right, but he's attacking you pretty much straight up. Damn it, this sucks.
He rips into Siguror for 20 damage.
Okay.
However, this time, he attempts to take hold.
Oh, he tries to grapple?
He does.
You get to make an athletics check with advantage on this.
Because of rage.
Rage. Yeah. I think he'll find that Cedar's a bit harder to grapple than some others.
You just fine.
Definitely harder to break on.
Or does he have a... Or are you looking to see if he has a thing that just makes it work?
No.
I had been hoping.
I didn't think so.
23?
His attempts to outmuscle you are in vain. As you manage to hoist him off of you. Then comes his
Snap the fuck out of it, goddammit. Do I need to smack you?
maybe.
Too bad I'm not using an attack with you.
Fuck. Okay,
Check.
we got this. What health you got?
Arena needs to also
How much are you
fuck
down?
up.
21. So you're down 4.
Obviously, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure magical sleep can't. Somebody's got to do something.
Somebody's gotta shake you awake when you get. Or do you have to take damage?
I don't know.
I know that taking damage isn't enough because there was a point, I want to say at Saturday game, where like somebody was asleep and someone else was like, yeah, they'll get out of it because they've been hurt. And Mario Turner was like, no, it's magical sleep. Better than normal sleep. It's not
Fuck.
that.
It's,
Like, oh,
it's advanced sleep.
yeah, kind of. Isbark does his best.
Yeah, she's just asleep for a minute, and she can't. There's no thing that gets you about it.
Well,
It just lasts for a minute, and it's not
Well-
concentration, so you can't break his concentration on it either.
Isbark does his best.
She's just out of the fight.
Does his best to shake it off, but is unsuccessful.
However, useless.
While this is happening, Strahd takes the opportunity to further, not further, takes advantage to try and attack Siguror. It visibly irritates him that his attempt to grapple you did not succeed. Perhaps he is doing his best to make up for that. Considering he succeeded. And he is able to as he strikes you.
Damn it. Damn it. Oh no, wait, no, he hasn't had to make a save, right?
For 21 damage.
Save.
As Irina is trapped in the throes of sleep, we move back to
Just want to keep this working. Tell me how damage are these guys looking?
As you might expect, Orngar looks the most damaged. There are a couple that, when Fireball hit, or no, there are a few when Fireball hit that weren't able to make their saves, so they're relatively more damaged than the others. That being this one, this one, and this one. These two are less damaged than those three. That's it.
I'll attack the one that's already closest.
Okay. Just
That one thing.
you were talking about this one.
Yeah. That's the one, so that one thing.
You have advantage on that
Oh, yeah,
one because
right.
my guys haven't moved yet.
Oh, okay, that's true.
Okay, that one hits.
Nice. Turning failure to success.
14 damage on that one.
Very well.
My next sword attack. That one hits as well for 16 damage. And then my fist attack. That one hits for for 9 damage. Oh, great.
Crit, nice.
4, 8 plus. Am I right? You said? So, 16?
Plus 16, nice.
16 damage.
Crack flurries upon that creature, this undead knight, seeking to stop you from righting the land in some twisted sense of vengeance or his superiors, and are quite successful, harming it significantly, maybe even a little more than significantly. It then becomes Sasha's turn.
Okay. I gonna use my last 4th level slot. Reducing, meaning I'm out of all spell slots except for 1st level. I am going to count Precious, Aliyah, Pharaoh, and as I finish, I'm going to polymorph myself into a T-Rex.
Snap.
It's
That is
time.
a good move. It's a good trick.
Now, I have a question. T-Rexes are like 20, 30 feet tall.
I think they're bigger than that.
They're really big. Am I above the trees?
Yes.
Okay. Can I see Krezk from where I am?
Yeah.
Because they can see really far. Do I see Strahd?
I'm not sure. Their fight with Strahd probably concludes, like, before we get here.
Okay.
I mean, unless
So
he's standing above us reveling at what he's done.
I owe you the outcome, whatever their outcome is. Because it also would be kind of hard to see. I don't know how good a T-Rex's eyes are. Like they
Predators tend to have pretty good distance vision. That's why we can see really far, is because we're predators.
I think the thing of
I don't know.
T-Rex, I think it's just
No,
it's
that's
just
a total
theory.
lie. That's absolutely not true.
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but T-Rexes, I feel fairly confident saying they can see pretty damn far, like we can. Because if you're up on a high place, you can see really far into the distance as well.
You will get something.
All right. So now the thing is, they all get shoved back
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
because I'm big enough to take up multiple squares now.
Is that how many?
Yeah.
3 by 3? Okay.
Well, it's enough that they all have to be shoved back. So I grow big. I'm gonna roar violently, and then I am. Fortunately, I can't attack on the same turn I transform, but hopefully that'll take some of the heat off you. They'll try to jump me and attack me. Additionally, my guys, I'm gonna leave one back here to attack. The rest of them, however, are gonna run up and attack this guy. So I'm gonna leave one back so you're not flanking on your next turn. And then the rest are attacking Horn's Guard. So I'm going to roll the attack on that one first.
Aye.
That hits, almost certainly. It got a 23 and dealt, unfortunately, only 2 damage. The rest of them are attacking Horn's Guard. That is a hit for 2 damage. That is a miss. Or wait, does a 16 hit?
I don't.
Because I know a 15 missed.
No.
Okay. That is also a miss, unfortunately. That is a hit for 2 damage. And that is a miss. Wow, most of them missed. That's unfortunate. But yeah, that's my turn. That's all I got.
You're a tremendous size. Your roar shaking the forests. Your servants then set about to their work. Scratching a determined and unwavering Horngar, whom you can hear from the ground remark, I have served greater beasts and felled greater still.
Probably, but
You ain't serving them now, you punk.
It's true.
This is gone so ludicrously sideways. I really wish Rob were here right now.
hey, but at least now you might kind of know. They should be here by now.
As a T-Rex, your AC...
AC is 15, but they still have disadvantage.
Okay. I was curious if it was lower.
It is lower.
He is still unable to get a good, hit in on you as he attacks.
Oh, I forgot, but on the next time, I still have mirror images. So there are actually 2 T-Rexes.
Then he added an S to both of the beasts.
Yeah.
There's other people's turns.
I was hoping to keep all my mirror images when I transformed, but it is what it is. And I still have pulse life now. That will only apply my base form. I have long strider though still, so my T-Rex is slightly faster.
You would have actually caught that Jeep.
As one might predict, a number of the attackers turn towards Sasha. There is one who's closest to Crack, attempts to engage him, but is unsuccessful in doing so. Of the 4 that attack Sasha, 2 of them are going to connect.
Okay. Well, the first one that's going to connect, I'm going to roll mirror images on. That one hits a mirror image, and the last one does hit me. So, how much damage is that? Because I have 130 some hit points. 136.
And it's not concentration, right?
I'm not calling it
No, it
as
is.
concentration.
It is. I can get knocked out of it.
But you have the concentration score of the beast.
I have the con score of T-Rex, which is higher.
For 11 damage.
11 damage, so that takes off 8 off my 10 first. So I take 3 damage, so 136 minus 3, or 3. So I'm at so the T-Rex form had 133.
Not so meanwhile.
And I maintain concentration.
I kind of wish that her power did that small jump on Strahd's turn.
Not so meanwhile. Esmeralda assaults Strahd magically. Casting magic missile.
Oh. Get fucked.
That's guaranteed damage.
Harming him. He sneers. Must more of your people wound me with this ungrateful insolence? Esmeralda glares back. I cease to be one of your people once I set out for your life. I mean, she casts, so she's out just right now. So, you know. Then becomes Sigurd's turn.
6 to hit. And 25 damage.
see some damage.
Those are good hits.
3d6. Where are you?
Those are the good hits.
Yeah, let's see some damage.
12, 23.
Good.
3 damage. And 24. 23
Nice.
and 24 damage. Natural radiant.
47. Good.
He would happen to be at 25. Just throwing it out there as a question, because shouldn't be regenning or barring circumstances.
Yeah. Special circumstance with the radiant.
I'm looking at the paper because I'm like, where the hell did all this damage come from? And then I remembered one of your last turns, and I was like, that's probably.
Well, even if it does trigger, he's just gonna burn legendary resistance on it anyway.
Something to burn fucking shit on.
Fair enough.
It's 25%, you say?
No, 25 health.
HP.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now 25%.
Okay.
If it,
I
like I said, it's
assume
so
he has
much
like
better.
200 health or some shit.
I thought that was percent.
Probably.
I was hearing you say percent.
I was just wondering, if something changed with the. Something changed.
Yeah.
Siguror noticed that.
Siguror noticed you got to the end of something that doesn't seem to go away.
Oh, my flight's gone. There it goes.
I'd like to see the page for transmutation. For polymorph.
They don't have it yet.
Oh.
They only have up to 30. That's why I said I wish they had 4th levels, because I would so
Right,
run
polymorph.
polymorph.
Right.
Hell yeah. It's one of my favorite spells. I run polymorph and greater invisibility. Arcane Eye.
Yeah.
Probably look cool if they make it.
We could also like the one for what's the one where you can get low, both, or
Augury? They don't have one for Augury.
I'd like to see the page for that. Like that could also be
It'd probably look cool.
I'm at some point going to be able to get that feature for free. No, not Strahd.
No, it should be Augury.
No, it's the I can consult with the ancestors and they will invisibly go to a location, and I can choose sight,
But not
sound.
divination.
I'll get divination for free.
He asserts this will stop now. Strahd's form becomes 1, and then 2, and then 3.
Fuck!
Mirror images?
Fuck!
Yes.
Fuck you.
Fuck!
Of course you
Or clairvoyance, not divination.
And as Ismark grapples with his own insecurities, Strahd attacks.
Oh, he can cast a spell and attack.
Mirror images is
It's not. Strahd's turn ended.
Oh,
Legendary.
Jesus. Sorry.
Right, legendary.
Right.
Fucker. He still needs to hit.
motherfucker.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
No,
I totally was.
I thought you already rolled it. I just didn't notice. I was saying that as a
Yeah,
joke.
Strahd attacks for free. Clearly. I'm sorry.
I'm glad I mentioned that as a joke then. I mean,
Maybe you should just.
to him, 17 AC is not a lot.
Maybe you should just take damage. He does hit.
Yeah.
Hey, at least he brings you down. Right. Probably.
For 20 damage.
Okay. If I was running, I'd be limping, but
You have 10 health.
yes, I do. I still get another turn before he does.
He has mirror images.
It's only a chance.
It's a pretty good chance.
Esmeralda gets 2 attacks from what I've seen. Maybe she'll burn 2 of them.
So, I'm not sure.
She has to stop.
If someone's asleep,
Maybe she has to spell magic.
if someone's asleep, their turn still passes.
Yes, their turn still passes.
That's what I meant.
Which means he can take a legendary action. He has 3. Nobody else legendary gets 3.
That they do.
Do they only refresh in the lair?
They refresh on his turn.
Mm.
So, yeah, sorry, buddy, but you're probably toast.
I should
He might not deal 20.
I mean, he's still gonna do a thing, but he is going to make another attack. I was thinking about having him just straight up bite you. It's not that this works.
He has to grapple first.
Which is why he's not going to.
Or can he make an attack that hits also grapple? Or is it instead of doing damage, he has to grapple?
He can choose to grab. I'm not gonna tell you.
Well, okay, yeah, no, fair. That would be metagaming, so. I'm just wondering, just because, hey, I don't know, maybe he can deal damage and.
He looms beside himself and beside himself for a moment, seeming to grow in height almost. Perhaps as in your hand, as he looks down upon you in chorus of himself.
Okay, I thought he cast Enlarge on himself. I was
And
like, what?
and
Or cast
muses. This feels a familiar sight. Could it be possible that another one of your kind has been in my first before? Most likely.
Let's see what this damage is, and then I will base a response upon it.
So much damage.
$25 damage.
Fuck!
That's unreduced.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like,
Fuck. Ah, I had something to say. Damn it. Sorry. That is down.
your words catch at your throat. It's your unfortunate throat.
The mace is dropped. Somebody else can pick it up, but now they would need to attune to it.
Can they? Oh.
I think they need to attune to it. Yeah.
How clutch would that be if Esmeralda picked it up?
that's
That's kind of what I mean, I like Strahd as much as the next bad guy, but
I mean,
that'd be cool.
Even if we beat him here, he would be defeated overall. You just go
Yeah,
home.
but you
He
and
gets-
Ismark and Esmeralda wouldn't
You
die.
get to live.
Yeah. I mean, you should still take the next person's turn anyway. Because it's gonna...
I think that's you guys.
Oh, it would go back to you guys.
Please do not say it.
It's back.
Well, I'm just hoping it's attunement to get the 25 health effect.
So
Because it might just deal the 2d6, right?
this guy's still there, so I'm gonna attack that guy that's and it hits for 12 damage. I spend key point to get forward.
Ooh.
12 damage on that one.
Once again.
Going for broke. It does require attunement. Maybe she can heal you, I don't know.
That one is
We have potions.
No, we don't. Mr. Yourself is Mark. I lost mine forever ago. Grayla's got stolen. The only person who has their potion still is him. But maybe she has potions.
And that was 15
Yeah,
on
her
attack too.
travels.
yeah. and my fist attack. So
Alright.
this one probably misses because I got 12.
That is a miss.
Alright, last attack.
Is that with advantage?
I got one. This one crits.
Nice.
What a nice punch.
Roll again.
He did.
Oh.
11 plus 8,
19.
19.
That final powerful attack does it as you punch this particular revenant back to dust.
Is this the nice one?
No. He's okay. I meant to throw a sentence of description in his way, but did not. No wonder he's sad. This is now Sasha's turn.
Bite. Using my familiar to give advantage. Does a 27 hit?
Yes, it does.
.30 damage on the bite, and then I'm gonna tail slap this one because I can't bite and tail slap the same thing.
30
You don't have
damage. Is that like before modification? Or?
That's before modification.
You don't have a swallow
Still
hold.
pretty good.
Do T-Rexes still have a swallow hold
Now
feature?
the thing is, he is now grappled. Until the grapple ends, the target is restrained, so he can't do anything.
I want to double check something because your bite may.
Okay. Well, I'll roll the tail slap now while that's happening.
Okay. Oh, he's not dead. He's dead. I thought he was
The tail slap is 3d8.
dead. He's bitten. Chunks of undead flesh are rent.
I
From
assume a 26 hits, and this deals
Little shards of me.
22 on the tail slap. So this one takes 22. And then my guys are going to attack the one
Which
that's
one?
restrained. This one.
Okay.
And then my guys are going to attack the one that's restrained in the mouth. That one hits for... Yeah, the one that's free. That one hits for 3 damage. And these are all attacking one guard. That one misses. That one misses. That one misses. And that one misses.
They attempt to swarm him, but he manages to shake them off. For the most part. And then continues his assault upon you.
Okay, he's restrained, so...
Oh, that's right. Huh.
Well, it means he can attack me, he just has disadvantage. I mean, he had disadvantage anyway, but...
Well, you're big enough that like he could flank you with his guys, so disadvantage here is.
Well, it's still.
Well, he had
Would-
disadvantage anyway, but technically, because he's restrained, because he's in my mouth, he's not flanking anymore, so now he just has disadvantage instead of it neutralizing each other, which is how it was before. So it did count. It was helpful.
He does his best to thrash about inside your mouth, but does not succeed.
Good.
There, that's the attack. Did the last of your mirror images get to?
No. Is one gonna hit me?
Yes.
The last of my mirror images is gone, but that attack is gone as well.
It is.
Now they just have to hit 15 AC.
One of them is successfully doing so. I'm changing my roll for them in but a moment. Two are successful, one of them hitting twice. Now we'll do damage. One of those is for 5.
Okay. That succeeds.
One is for 7.
I thought you were out of your range.
No, my concentration check.
Oh.
5 plus 6 is 11, so I succeeded. And the other one.
And the last one
And I'm
is...
sorry, what did the other attack hit me for? First hit me for 5, the other one hit me for.
Oh, I think it was 7.
5 and 7? Or
Yeah.
what is what I've taken? Okay. My concentration succeeds both times. So I stay polymorphed and I lose 12 health. So I'm down to 121 T-Rex points.
And the final attack hits for 11.
Okay. 17 means that's a success. So that brings me down to 110 T-Rex hit points.
While you're polymorphed, an attack hits you and knocks you out of polymorph. Does the damage still go to the form before it drops?
Not, yeah, it still goes to the form before it drops unless it drops me to 0.
Yeah. There's an overflow.
Yeah.
Then moves back to the other battlefield.
Hooray.
Maybe she has.
This girl that goes first, maybe she's got a. I don't know.
Heal of some
You're so
sort.
fucked. This is such a bummer.
See, if we were on the other side, I could be forcing him to like burn shit to try and knock him off the fucking cliff. Or
She
edge.
has a decision to make.
Did you go before Strahd?
Huh?
Did you go before Strahd?
Yes, I do.
She should heal you. You do way more damage than she does.
Just checking some stuff. She, though you are down to see it, but like she looks, she assesses Strahd, she assesses like has the battle's come so far, you, and decides to in fact heal you, producing a potion and then feeding it to you.
Big question is, what's a good one?
It should be. It's good enough that I'm double checking that it's that good. Oh, okay. Still good. You are healed for 14.
Okay.
Come. Now's not the time. Not when we have the devil in his corner. Strahd is momentarily rendered speechless by your insolence.
And I she has any bonus action spells.
She might, actually. I wasn't even thinking about that. I don't think so, though.
I'm fucking trying to grasp at everything we could possibly have.
Okay, I don't want to like rummage for it. Firebolt isn't the bonus action.
No.
That's cantrip.
Cantrips can be bonus action, but Firebolt is not one.
That's why I asked. Idiot. That is her turn.
Okay.
She dare not shy away.
Siguror's turn now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, damn, we can't heal So,
Lucky. Realize after the fact that I'm a super baller if he just wants his legendary actions. It's over with now, so just let it lie.
10 minutes haven't passed. No. So,
A round is like measured in seconds. I thought it was 6. I heard somebody call it 10.
well, I mean,
Either
a
way,
turn
it's
is 6 seconds.
Either way, at a round, isn't it? I thought it was a round.
A round is 10 turns.
A turn is 6
Okay,
seconds.
and I guess
A round's a
a
minute.
minute. So, yeah.
What hasn't been 10 turns? It hasn't been.
Well, I mean, like, since the start of the fight.
It's been like 5 turns, so it's been 30 seconds.
Well, all the zombies.
Yeah, I was thinking about turns as opposed to individual people.
It's
That's
been,
not what
it's
you're
been
saying.
like 5 turns. Why? Why are you asking?
Bring a regen. Maybe get 1 tick off of it.
That would be 10 minutes. Not 1 minute, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Well, I mean, since the end of
I
the last fight,
misunderstood
which
what he
was
was saying.
Oh.
Turns.
He's asking since the end
of
of
last.
the last fight hasn't been 10 minutes.
Because that was a few rounds
Yeah.
since I took damage.
Probably.
Okay,
That's
then
yeah.
you roll for the
Jump for it.
Like 1d6, which, hey, I mean, it might be enough. It doesn't matter. 18. Okay. I will fucking re-rage, being re-embittered, and fucking continue. Re-grasp the mace, stand back up, and fucking keep on going. Also, no, even if I still go down until the start of my next turn, he would still be surrounded if it comes up.
Come on, you have advantage on this.
Yes, I do. Whew. Almost a failure. It was a 24 to hit. 18 to hit.
Yeah, that's.
Okay. I am pleasantly surprised. First is 11, 22, 23.
24.
24. Okay. 24 damage. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 18. 18 damage. That.
Then you action surge and
God, wouldn't that be awesome? You gotta drop, go down, go up.
You swing and strike twice. The first one, it's harmful, as you already know. It hurts. It makes him sizzle, and then there's a moment where like he seems to like internally steel himself, though you can tell it. And there's like a sort of calm as like you're mid-swing. It's only with you've been up close with him and your honed warrior senses. There's like warrior to warrior a moment where he knows you're gonna hit him. Like right before. But it's only as you make contact that his expression changes from like a more snarly determination to a mixture of haughty embarrassment, as like this strike actually like caves in some flesh. Strahd like starts to howl and like almost tries to like get away from it as the damage is happening, but to no avail, as your strike turns him like first into like a little bit of ash that like forces itself back and then explodes into a thing of mist. There is an angry howl that pitches like an organ's wail as it like whirls around the group and then departs.
You guys made it!
As you dealt literally exactly the amount.
Nice.
Cool.
Now we just have to live through ours.
I was expecting maybe you might be 1 or 2 under to be like,
the mace does crumble since it's the end of the fight.
As your foe departs, St. Maricopa's bone crumbles in your hand. A reminder at what cost this victory comes. and how much further we can get. Very well.
I will also note that fucking even if he did have to make the save, it just makes him auto-succeed.
Yeah, he would
Forces-
become frightened.
He forces him to become frightened.
It is upon this road that he but for a moment yielded to your power, and no doubt he will be incensed at having to do so.
Well, the good news in this, he's almost certainly worth enough experience for us to level.
Boy, howdy. I assume so.
Oh my god.
Well, he's probably absolutely livid is probably putting it lightly.
Yeah. You turned him to dust, or you forced him to mist.
Oh. No. Crackster.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the enemies and getting ahead of myself.
Alright, let's kick their asses. You'll have flanking on this one. Actually, because of where I am, if you move to the outside of any of them, you have flanking because I'm gigantic.
Which one seems the most, besides the lead?
This one is taking damage.
You do have, because I think these were both fireball.
Yeah, but this one was firebolt and hit by my technique. So
Oh,
that
right.
was the most injured.
Which one?
This one. This
Yeah,
one
yeah,
should
yeah.
be the most injured. So cracked with the
It
attack
is.
that one. Wait. Never mind. I had an idea, but it probably wouldn't have occurred to crack, so I'm just not even going to bother. But you could have thrown a key blast at each of the regenerating ones to stop them from regenerating.
Yeah.
Uh,
I got 2 more key points left, so I spent key points to
could at least keep last 10.
get 4 attacks again, and I got 25 to hit, which
25 to hit for 14 damage.
14 damage.
That works.
This has a lot of health.
Damn it, that was almost a 20.
Really?
Fuck you.
12
to hit on this one.
That one's a miss.
That was almost fucking fine.
So,
Yeah. Alright, this attack, which hits. And
Deals 12.
Yeah, 12. Alright, last piece. Alright, fuck it. 12 to hit.
Jesus, again? Alright, my attacks now. Yep. Okay.
Crunch.
Redrop, crunch. And
wait. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Drop him, make him take fall damage, and then revive him?
Can I? Because he'd fall from 30 feet up. So that'd be 2d6 damage. I didn't think of that, but that's a good point.
I'm gonna say yeah for right now.
Okay.
Because it's just a grapple.
Alright, cool. So yeah, drop him. So he takes 2d6. This is not reduced because I found out fall damage is reduced by nothing. Yeah.
No magics can stop the damage of the
So
earth.
4 damage he takes from falling, and then I make my bite attack. I assume a 28 hits.
Yeah, that's. And this is likely for him.
30 damage. As I bite into him again.
Which destroys him.
Then I tail whack this guy.
Oh man.
Sasha
A
uses-
21 hits, I'm sure.
Sasha uses tail whip.
Sasha uses Thrash.
Yeah, I
12,
think so.
17 plus 7, so 24 damage on the tail whip. And then my guys are also going to mount too.
Okay.
This one, and I'm going to reduce this one. This one crits for... Oh, wow. 6 damage, actually, after reduction, so... Or- This one hits, got a 20, and it hits for 3. This one, does a 15 hit these guys? Or is it just Horngar?
I don't know if I should decide.
This one hits for 4 damage.
And that.
Cool. And then attack. My last 2 will attack those 2. That hits for 2 damage.
These 2?
No, my last 2 will hit this one. Hits for 2 damage and for 4 damage. So.
Not gonna lie.
I'm gonna say, I think this is one of the most satisfying pieces of narrative after the session.
Oh, for this campaign?
Yeah.
They begin to yield, yet do as they can.
This was so intense.
This one makes and fails 2 attacks. This one makes and succeeds 2 attacks.
Okay. 2 attacks hit me, so I will roll concentrations. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one.
Okay.
Okay, that should be enough.
First one's for 11, and the second one is for 6.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I did just make it.
This one, nearest Crack, takes a swing at Crack. There you are.
I was this close to losing. I rolled a 2, and then I inspiration it to a 4. And I had +6 to my con saves because of my T-Rex form.
His blade is unable to get a bead on Crack. Successful.
Advantage on concentration checks, is there?
Yes, there is. There's a feat you can take called
Battlecaster.
Warcaster.
I'm gonna double down on your guys' combat. It's back around to Crack.
All right. Let's fuck these guys up.
That I can get advantage on because you're dead. Cool. Which hits for 13 damage.
Maybe.
13 damage.
Alright.
You said 15 doesn't hit, right?
Yeah, right.
Alright, that one misses. Okay, fist attack.
That's what you got.
That one hits. For 12 on this. 18 damage. Okay. I need to spend a key point, so something else.
Alright. And we put that at Sasha's turn.
All right, attack that one with the bite. So a 24 hits. 35 damage.
Oh wait, I zoned out. Which one are you?
This one. I bite that one for 35, and it is grounded and restrained. And then I tail out this one.
Drop him?
Very well.
No, I can't bite and tail at the same time.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that's a miss. Because I got 14. My guys are going to gang up on this one now.
Okay.
It's a 17 hit.
Yeah.
2 damage. That's a hit for 4 damage. That's a miss. That's a hit for 4 more damage. And that is a crit for 7 damage. Or 6 damage. I was being done there for a second.
It wasn't up to one dice, and it felt really nice.
Okay. Normally only use
That manages to destroy.
Cool.
This undead being stretched to its limits. I think the other two are just going to repeat what they're doing.
Some just has disadvantage.
They're forgot this one was
It's restrained, so he can't. And he can't flank anymore either because he's restrained.
One more. Disadvantage now. Oh wait. He has 2 attacks. He makes 2 attacks, but neither of them successful. It is now Crack's turn again.
Maybe over to Have you?
Yep.
Man.
14 to hit.
Oh.
Misses.
Jesus.
Oh, and I spent a key point because to get 4 attacks.
Alright.
Okay, that crits.
Crit, there we go. 16.
16 damage on that one. Alright, this one. It's for
12.
12.
Cool.
This one misses. Yeah, 5. I got 14, so it misses.
Alright. Unfortunate. Now, let's see.
Drop, so 2d6.
Okay.
He takes 4 damage, and then I bite. 24 definitely hits. 8, 16, 21, 22, 29 damage. And then I tail whack the other one. 24 hits, so that is 12, 19, 20 damage on the tail whack. And then my guys are gonna gang pile on that one. Crit for 5 damage. Hit for 3 damage. Hit for 2 damage. Miss, and last one. Hit for 3 damage. So.
Sounds cool. One of them. One of them, regretfully, misses twice. And this one's restrained right now, right?
Yes.
Make a soul attack.
Take a soul attack.
Which changes nothing.
Yeah. Not a good time on its part. Back to Crack.
It
Or
hits
gaining on
for 15.
Cool.
So last key point to get 4 attacks. This one hits for 14.
So 15 and 14.
And alright, this one. 19 hit, right?
Yeah.
Alright, for I had 8, right? So
Yeah.
9 damage. And my last hits for 11 damage.
That proves to be enough to destroy it.
Cool. Thank you.
There is but one left. And it too is reaching its limits.
You have to take a bite and a tail. You can't take a bite.
Yes. So, drop him again for that 3-2-6. That's 4 damage. And then,
Wouldn't it be
plus
crunch
bite.
then drop so your guys can hit?
No, I can't bite something while it's in my mouth. I can't do that.
And
So I have
crunch
to
is
drop it.
unethical.
It's weird because that's just like chewing.
Honestly, it probably legally takes like an action or part of an action to drop something.
I don't think it does. You can cease
I'm
doing
not
drop
doing it right
whenever.
now.
Interact.
20, 33 on this bite.
That bite man just destroyed the last of them.
Okay, then for the last one, I'm gonna bite and then flip it up into the air and then bite it again, like Jurassic Park, just fucking just annihilate the thing.
Start eating it because it's a corpse.
Though you have not seen the last of them, that is the last of them for this moment.
So I lower my tail in front of Crack.
Oh. Now that I actually know the outcome, like, you didn't see your allies.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Then I will Then actually, I'll detransform and say, I believe they have been delayed.
You're half the group. We'll get to pick up pieces. Well, no. You get to revel in your battered victory next time, as that concludes our session for today. I am David Harper. I did this thing. I'm also artist David Harper on Instagram and Twitter, if you're curious about my other stuff. What about yourself?
I'm Marvelous. You can find more of me at Lights Camera Initiative, where I speak for some of the people some of the time. Additionally, you can find me now every other Monday on the Tainted Lands channel, playing Luca. And obviously, as I've been talking for a while, I'm going to be a DM on Fuck Cancer Roll Dice, so check all that out. It's pretty cool stuff.
Cool. Well, as always, is there anything that either of you want to say before we get out of here?
No, I'm good. Just keep going, even if it seems like a dire fucking situation. Obviously.
Yeah,
Well,
that is a fucking nightmare.
Alright. Then until next time. Bye.
Bye.